to the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 14. I'm your host, Daniel. With me, I have Sims.
Hello.
And Connor.
What's your guys' favorite Nickleback song?
Oh, I know.
Hero. What is it? The Hero? The one at the end of
That's
Spider-Man.
what I was going to say, the Spider-Man one.
Their only good song.
No, what? Shut up. Wasn't we my favorite Nickelback song is Too Bad.
Too bad. I don't even know that one.
It's too bad. Too late, so long. That one.
See, everyone hates on Nickelback. I think that's just because that guy's like a genius, and he just like everyone could sing like that guy.
No,
yeah.
stop
It's true.
it,
It's
stop
true
it.
as well.
Hey,
You just go really deep voice.
That's all you gotta do. That's it.
No,
Just lower your voice. You got it.
please.
It's true. It's true.
But that's why they
Please
all
stop
hate him,
talking.
because they're like, "Oh, fuck this guy. He thought of it first.
And he's got really
He can't do it now."
like stringy hair. Well, no, big
Yeah.
shout out to that song though.
He's a
from
gorgeous
Spider-Man.
No shout out. No shout out to Nickelback.
Shout out to
No.
Nickelback.
No.
Nickelback's
I'm the
sponsoring
host
today's
right now.
episode.
No shout out. No. Sims, what have you been playing?
Final Fantasy. I'm on the journey of Final Fantasy, boys. Chapter 8. I'm halfway through chapter 8. So
Sweet.
I
I
just
love
thought I'd give you my. Where did I get to last time? I got to chapter 4, didn't I?
You're at the chapter 4 with a very detailed review.
I've
hope
still
this
got
one's just
the
as
notes,
detailed.
baby. I've got them notes. So we
Fuck
kick
yeah,
off.
Take me through this whole game again.
I'll do it very brief this time. Chapter 4. So we start with the bikes. Very clunky gameplay, but
You covered the bikes last time.
did I?
You got to the end of the bikes, yeah.
Chapter 4. Did I mention Roach?
Yeah, you mentioned Roach. You got past
Right.
the Roach fight.
Okey
so
dokey.
start
Chapter
right after
5 then. Oh, made me laugh. So as I mentioned the Shinra middle management.
that. Mitchell.
So he comes
Yeah.
back. He comes back.
Yeah, he does.
I wrote down Mr. Big Shot. Mr. Big Shot's back. Then I get introduced.
Which character is that?
The
You
guy
talking about
the-
Reno?
No,
No, the guy in the train.
his name is Shinra Middle Management.
Oh.
He's my
It's the
favorite
Guy in the train
character.
that Barrett's yelling at.
He's my
That's what his
favorite
parents
character
named
so far. I love him. I do. Heidegger? Is it Heidegger? Laughs a lot.
Yeah, Heidegger. Yeah.
I've met him. I don't know what. My question is, what's his beef? But
He's got beef.
the best part about this game is definitely the small details. Like I mentioned last week, where we said when I finish a side quest, it says, "Do you want to go back?" So that's great. And then if I'm going the wrong way, or I want to leave an area, I'll get one of the characters like Barrett or Tifa will say, "Are you sure you want to leave? Because there's a bit of materia over there that you looked at earlier." And I was like, "What? This is great! Like, absolutely fantastic!" Because I saw a bit of materia and a fan. So I was like, "I'll progress to the next bit." And Barrett was like, "Are you sure you don't want to go and get that?" I was like, "You know what, Barrett? I do, yeah. Cheers, man." He's like, "Don't worry, I got you back."
You're talking about that part, like when you're above the city in the
yeah.
kind of like the rafters. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's great to mention that too, because that's a real important material to have like throughout the game. I think you get the Chocobo summon right there, right?
I do, yeah. I'll get to that next.
Yeah, that's the one that Tifa points out is the.
Oh,
Chocobo
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Is that not the same
The
one
one,
Barrett
the one with
reminds
the
you of?
thing in? No. Well, he mentions the same one that Tifa.
Oh, okay.
He's like, yeah, I don't. Oh, well, no,
I
maybe.
think he says stay
Well, there's
focused or
two.
something.
There's like a blue one early that you see, which like remember the thing falls out and you can't get to it until later, and then there's
Right.
the red one, which is the Chocobo one.
I got Barrett. Barrett as a character, he thinks he's hilarious. I disagree. I mean, I like him. He's an enjoyable character. I just don't think he's funny. I put here first big boss piece of cake.
Piece
The
of
Scorpion.
cake.
But I don't think it is the one I'm on about.
No, it couldn't be the Scorpion.
I mean, that's the first.
Were you
boss.
talking? Are you talking about the one that you build, kinda, or you can like take away things from it and then you fight it at the end? You know what I mean?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Yeah, you kind of like
Yeah,
go
that's
through
a
these
really-
different levels and you can choose.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that
like
was
the
a really cool
Airbuster
idea for a boss.
or something?
I'm definitely.
Yeah, I
you know?
can't remember its name.
I'm definitely.
The
I'm ahead of.
heat is really-
I'm ahead of myself So I think I put first boss. I think I'm on about something, but I'm definitely not on about what we're on about. The annoying hold triangle scenario. I click triangle. It's like, no, you gotta hold it. So I got a reminder. Hold triangle, Steve. Barrett's scared of heights. Barrett's scared of heights. That's the best one. All these characters have their own different traits, and I really enjoy it. I do enjoy the story. I'm really, really into the story. The lighting. I'm really bad at these notes. What I will talk about is I did the boss. So in chapter 7, you lead up as you go through. I sent you a message, and I was like, "What's going on here? Like, if I do this, does this happen?" So you go through this area, and you get options to disable the boss bit by bit, take away bits from his arsenal. So then you finally meet him, and also I was quite worried. I was like, "This is the part where I'm either going to make or break me," and I did really well. I did it first time, and the first final blow was the chocobo materia. What do they call it? Summon, yeah. I'm really bad at explaining what I want to say right now.
No, what was really cool about that boss though was just like if you looked around and like explored the area more, you would find more of those like key card things to take away more things from the boss.
I definitely looked around everywhere. I definitely did. I definitely took away. I admittedly I looked at a guide, and they said the big bombs they're the ones that you want to take away. Yes.
I have a question. Is there enough key cards to completely fill all 3 of the bars?
No, I believe there's like 8 of them in all.
Okay. So
I think he had like 11 things, so he would have like 1 of each left. I think
it would have been 12.
Yeah,
I think there was 4. I think. No. Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe there was only 9. It was either 9 or 12, I think. But I was just curious if you guys had found a way to like get them all or something.
No, this boss was a bitch on hard too.
Where one of my picky picks are the narrow paths and corridors. They're a bit samey, a bit annoying, a bit. Make sure you go in here. I don't know how to explain it.
Especially when you get to those like reactor bases, right? It's almost like they use just the same They're background and everything.
I always question as I'm going through the game: is this the filler? Because obviously I've not played the original. I'm always like, is this the filler that they're on about? Is this the filler that they moan about? I got to chapter 7, and my materia leveled up. I was like, it come up in the corner. I was like, materia's leveled up, and I was like, what's going on here? And I said it out loud. My missus like, yeah, your materia levels up. I was like, how do you know? She's like, well, it happens in Final Fantasy 15. I was like, oh right. So she explained that to me. As you use the materia more, they get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Because I always thought you had to collect it. But, you got the stronger materia later on in the game.
No, yeah. It's almost good to like keep the same ones on to like the specific characters so they just level up throughout the whole time. Because like everything levels up in the game.
I did get to a point in this chapter I'm on now where I'm doing a side quest for these damn kids.
Are you looking for the kids?
No, I've looked for the kids. I found the kids, and then they wanted to.
Kids.
I've killed kids. I've killed a hedgehog. A hedgehog king.
Hedgehog.
Frog king.
Yeah, I think the kids.
Fucking Sonic running around.
The kids are like, oh, there's people going missing or something. We need you to go kill something.
And then I think that's the one, yeah. And then I'm doing another side quest about weapons, wet rampage weapons or something.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah. So I realised that to kill them easier because they have a shield. So when you hit them, it just says no effect, or I can't remember the word they said. But so I needed the material. That's it. That's the word. I needed the material wind, and none of my characters, me and Aerith didn't. Aerith, isn't it?
Aerith.
Yeah,
I'm no good at these JRPGs. All right, you gotta give me credit, please. This is the first JRPG I've ever played.
Her name in Japan was Eris.
All I know is that she does my fucking head in. With the the material I needed to swap the wind one with Cloud or Aerith because I was struggling. But I did really well with that first boss. I think maybe because I'm uneasy. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I felt really proud of myself. I'll go through chapter 8 briefly. I will probably go back at next week. Met this guy named Reno. He kicked my ass a bit. I've not died yet, but he was close to it. The Dementors. My missus looked at the screen. She was like, "What are these Dementors? Like, what are these?" I was like, "I don't know." Can you explain to me what a Turk is, please?
What the Turks are?
Yeah,
the Turks are like agents for Shinra. They're pretty much just like their highest level soldier. They're just guys they send out to go like handle shit.
Yeah, they're a for hire mercenary group hired by Shinra, basically.
right. Thank you. Arif just talks absolute nonsense.
You're insane, and don't talk bad about Aerith.
Aerith is such a fucking tease. It's like, this lady, put out or not, Jesus.
No, she's just really nice. Leave Aerith alone.
I love the scene later when she's like, "Don't fall in love with me, Cloud." Like, fuck you. You've been flirting with me this whole fucking game. What are you talking about?
Leave her alone.
I honestly think Cloud don't give a fuck about anything. Like, he's just so cool. He's like, whatever. I'm not bothered.
He holds it deep down inside.
But there was
emotion.
He pretends to not care.
There was 2 moments in this game that really took my breath away. I sent you a picture, and then there was another one. So there was one where like Aerith was just hanging by a thread, and I was like, "Oh, this is really nice scenery." And I took a picture of it. I was like, "Oh wait, yeah, I need to get you up." It's fantastic visual. It was unbelievable.
Rarely is like romance done good in video games. You know, it's like this was pretty good, and like the scene in Spider-Man where he's texting Mary Jane. Other than that, you really don't see it done that well. So yeah, I like that scene a lot.
Right. The slums all seem the same. They all look the same. It's like they're all.
I mean, that's a lot of the filler. We were talking about filler. It's the slum stuff.
Really?
Right. Filler comes from like a lot of side quests.
A lot of my notes are questions. I'm obviously asking myself for later on in the game. So I'll leave it at that. All I want to say, I'll leave it at, I'm enjoying it. Chapter 8 is long. I did my first boss. And I'm really interested to see what they put in and put out.
Yeah, I think once you get to chapter 9 and then to the end of the game, I think that's when you really... That's the better part of the game, really.
Definitely.
I'll be excited to see what you think about 9 through 18 or whatever it is.
Yeah, is it going to start ramping up? Because it seems quite...
Really, I think it ramps up at like 12. And then from there, it's just like, okay, this is like... You just want to play that the whole way through, you know? You don't really want to stop from 12.
Right. I'm definitely enjoying it. I keep saying that. I'm not trying to convince myself. I'm just trying to convince... It's difficult because I've never played this type of game before. And I'm interested in the story. I'm worried about how it's
funny you say that because I really don't think this is like that heavy of a JRPG. It's more like a Western RPG than anything, I feel like.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a lot of Japanese elements.
I'm just not taken aback a bit. Anxious. I can't think of the word. Not anxious. Just, I don't know, like nervous about playing it. I feel like I have to enjoy it. I'm trying to take it in. I'm trying to learn. And then obviously I want to take these notes that I've taken and then put them to the original.
Feel that way. Don't feel like you have to enjoy it. If you're not, you're not.
I am enjoying it. Maybe that's the wrong context. It's just a journey that I really want to go on. And I really want to keep getting back to you about it. And
are there things you don't like about it? Like, what is there something like holding you back from?
Not really. No, I'm enjoying it. When I turn it on, I enjoy it. I feel like I need more than an hour a night, and it, for me, it's quite frustrating because I'm either falling asleep, or Animal Crossing needs tending to. Yeah, fucking Tom Nook.
At you for those bells.
He's always on about it. He's always like, don't worry about this debt, don't worry about the loan, but he always mentions it. He's like, don't you worry.
But hey, you fucking owe me money.
In a polite way. He's like, don't worry about it. Oh, you're here,
hey,
are you?
I'm going to break your legs. You don't pay me.
He's like, I want to move my houses. He's like, oh, you're here, are you? Okay. Well, that's 50,000 bells. But don't worry about that loan. Well, we weren't talking about the loan. What have you been playing, guys?
So I have been playing one game, which is Telling Lies. I don't know if Connor's been playing it. I know he played it a little.
I didn't get a chance to get around to it.
You didn't get a chance to play it? Okay. Yeah, no, it's okay. It is okay.
Because I want to sit down with it and just like play the whole thing through, you know, like take it all in.
That's exactly what I did.
Right.
exactly-
And that's the way you do it with these type of games. And I just haven't had a chance. I haven't had like 5 hours to just sit there, but definitely over the weekend I'll get to it.
So the game is very similar to Her Story, where you are on a computer and
Oh,
you're
you
going through
played
the
Her
file.
Story.
No, but I know about Her Story.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know how the game is set up, where you're
Sure. I've
typing
heard
in
Her Story's
keywords.
better than this. Seems to be the general consensus.
It might be. I don't really know a lot of the twists and stuff.
Right.
This
How'd
game
you
is
like
very
this, though?
interesting because it. I would like to talk with you about it because I don't really know how I feel about the game. I liked it. I don't really like the storytelling of it being so scattered and then beating the game and still not fully understanding what, because it's not pieced together. Like the ending that I got, I won't really say it, but they
There's
didn't
different
resolve
endings.
every character. And I don't know if there are different, like if I would have had done more videos or whatever, you know, found specific terms and found a specific diary or whatever, that it would have changed my ending. But I only had, there are 4 main characters basically and a bunch of side characters. Really only had like a solid conclusion of like 2 of them.
Interesting.
And it really didn't get, there's a whole video at the end for one of them. And I don't know. I don't know if I missed something or didn't play it fully. I don't know. I felt like I did everything. I waited.
So, like,
I played from. Go ahead.
I know the game's like split up into parts, right? So like you could see like a beginning piece of the story and then like go all the way to an end piece of the story and just have like no context for it. Is it like confusing to put it together in your head then?
Kinda. It's not like, oh, this is what happens here, and then you're jumping over, and then this is what happens here. It's not really like that. It's more of you're looking at video diaries of people basically.
Right.
And some of them, like this might throw people off too, because some of them are like, oh, so you get Logan Marshall Green, he's the main guy, right? So you'll get a perspective of him, and he'll be talking, and you know, he'll have his phone out or something, or sometimes it's on his computer. He's sitting there talking, and you don't hear who he's talking to, right? He's
Right.
just talking, and he'll pause, and it'll kind of like he's actually like there is a conversation, but you were only hearing his part. You can fast forward and stuff, but I really didn't. And then, like later on, you'll eventually find, oh, he's actually talking to his wife, and you'll just see her perspective of that conversation. And it's just 2
Right.
different videos of the same conversation, and that's a little weird sometimes.
A little hard to like piece it together when like you get the second part of that conversation, you know, an hour later or whatever.
Exactly. It's not like I got it immediately or anything like that. And then there are some scenes where I don't really want to spoil the story, but there'll be like a camera, and then there'll be a whole scene with a bunch of people, and you'll have multiple people talking, and that's more like an actual scene. It's not just like a webcam, so it isn't just webcam stuff, but that's mostly what it is. The characters are pretty good. I guess I can set up a little bit of the story. I don't want to say too much just because I don't know how you'll piece it together.
Definitely, yeah. Tell us a
but
bit.
Logan Marshall.
Sell it to us.
Okay. So Logan Marshall Green, he is an FBI agent, and one of the characters is his wife, and then I don't want to say too much about the other 2. Or so he's there is a, so you remember the pipeline stuff that happened? I forget exactly where this big company was trying to put a pipeline through a town. It was in the
In
United
real life?
States, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It's a big gas line that they wanted to put through a town. People were protesting and stuff. So it's basically kind of the premise of this game is there's this pipeline being put through. This big company is trying to put it through this town, and Logan Marshall Green is going in as an FBI agent undercover to infiltrate the like protesting group, the like anti-pipeline group. and a lot of the diaries are either him talking to this girl that's there, that's in the protesting group, or his wife, and then there's another character. Yeah, that's kind of like the base setup without me really saying too much.
So like you can't even say like what the girl from Westworld. I know she was in this. I saw one of her clips.
I guess I can tell
it's
you.
Spoilerly.
No, it's not spoilery. I mean, she's just a prostitute. She's like a cam girl.
Oh, okay.
It's not really that spoilery.
And what does Logan fucking like talk to her?
Kinda, yeah.
Would Logan's character be like the main character, and he's kind of talking to all these different characters?
Yes and no. There are just perspectives of like, I mean, you'll get videos of just like it's the wife, and then the daughter. They may be talking to Logan, but it is just the daughter and the wife, or the other girl that's in the protesting group. Like you'll just get perspectives of her, and then there are perspectives of I forget her name, the one from Westworld, the cam girl. Like you will just get, there are videos of just perspectives of her.
Okay.
They're mostly Logan though. He's the main character. He's the one that ties all four of them together.
So did you like it overall? You sound kind of on the fence about it.
I think I am on the fence. I think the performances are pretty good for the format. You could definitely tell that some of them maybe had a hard time actually doing a 30-second monologue basically to a webcam, right?
Right.
They probably did multiple takes. It seemed, for the most part, I thought all the performances were really good, at least especially the main four characters. I think they're all
high-level actors.
Especially Logan Marshall Green. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff. And then the girl from Westworld. I don't really recognize the other two. Oh, wait. No. I do. The other girl, the girl that's in the protesting group, she was Storm in Deadpool 2.
Storm was in Deadpool 2?
Was it Deadpool 2? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different movie. One of the X-Men movies, she played Storm. Maybe it was.
Is she like the younger Storm in the more recent X-Men movies?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
She plays the younger Storm. Maybe I'm not thinking Deadpool 2. I don't know which one I'm thinking of. Apocalypse, maybe?
Yeah, she's in Apocalypse and whatever the last one was.
Okay. I don't know why I said Deadpool 2. The X-Men movies.
Could have been there too. Who knows?
Yeah, so yeah, she's from there. But yeah, I don't know the wife is from. Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's cool to see high-level actors like take that and like take it seriously, you know.
Yeah, I hope that people try out the game. I could see why people wouldn't want to try out the game. Just because it's you have to sit there. I don't think you can not play this game split up. I would never want to play this game. I feel like you can't play it that way. You need to know. Yeah, you need to know what's going on, and if you're breaking it up over days, like you might forget from the first day of what happened, really. Because like I don't have the full story, really. I don't think I saw everything, you know. And like there's a mechanic too of like, so you'll be on the computer and then you can search for the words from there, or you can do it while you're in the video. And I never really used the searching from the video except for like a couple times. Because like a term will pop up and you could like, oh, I like that term. I'm going to use that term, whatever the term may be. And then it'll search and then you'll go through the other videos of that term. Or you can wait and go, and the term you searched before will have 5. You have 5 options every time. And you only get 5. So if you search for the word, I don't know, pipeline, there will only be 5 videos for pipeline. It'll say you can only get 5 of like 30 sometimes. So I don't know how that works. I don't think you can get the other videos. I thought that was a little weird.
So do you need to play this game with a notepad? Do you need to sit down and take notes? Would that make the experience better?
I remember when Greg Miller said that. And I don't understand why he needed a notepad. To be honest, like, yeah, I guess it could help you if that's the type of like way you like to think it. write things down. But I mean, I followed the story without a notepad.
And did you figure
I
it
just
out?
know that it's super non-linear, and that might be why he did it. But he also might have been writing down keywords for later. Like, you kind of have to think about keywords too,
Right.
while you're playing, because you need to, whatever keyword you just looked up, whether it's a person's name or whatever, you need to think about kind of where you're going. You only have until 5 a.m. So basically you have 5 hours to do it. You have from midnight
It's like
to
a
5 a.m.
real-time clock.
There is a clock in the computer. And
okay.
I was mentioning to you, Connor, I don't know if it is actually 5 hours or not. I have no idea. It felt pretty close, but I don't remember. And once it hits 5 a.m., it seemed a little loose, though. I don't think it's exactly 5, but once you hit 5, it stops. And you get every hour, there's like a break, and the person that you are doing the looking in the computer, she'll like do something, and then you'll go back into the computer for a second. But it's like a mirrored type of thing. You see it in your reflection.
Sure.
It's pretty cool looking. Yeah, that's telling wise. I'd say check it out. I don't know.
It's definitely
Well,
good.
If what I said interests you, play it. Yeah. What have you been playing, Connor?
I have been playing Persona 5 Royal.
You
That's,
never see
oh,
it
yeah.
coming.
They have a new like title song, like a new video.
Okay.
Opening.
No.
Oh, I like this
The
one even
opening was
more.
cool.
Honestly, it's great.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They have the other one somewhere in there. I think it's like in the credits, but I mean, you can still watch it. Anyways,
Is it the same theme or just a different theme?
it's a different song, yeah.
Oh no!
Like
I
you
loved
still
it.
hear that whatever Sims was just singing song. Like you hear that all the time still, but there's a different song in like the little opening music video that plays.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I got notes. People.
Sweet.
Basically, I have like a love-hate relationship with this game. Me and Daniel were talking about this last week a little bit. I love like everything outside of the palaces and mementos, like leveling up all your social stats and like, you know, just hanging out with people, getting backstory on different characters. It's just, you know, exploring the town, all that stuff I love. And then we get to like the combat and like this weird little Pokemon side game type thing they got going on in this game where you catch the different personas and, you know, combine two or whatever, level them up. You guys have both played
Yeah,
this, right?
I do not like that part.
No,
I do not like the messing.
I don't like it at all. It's way
I do
too
not.
like complex. Not complex, but like
It's convoluted for sure.
yeah, it's just there's too much in there. Have you guys both played Persona 5?
I've watched it. I watched my girlfriend play it, so I'd say I've seen 80% of it.
Oh, you've seen that much of it? Okay.
But
What, she beat it?
Yeah, definitely. I saw the ending. I want to play it. I nearly played it before this, but I didn't want to commit to that and then go straight into Final Fantasy. I thought. I just had a week off.
I've noticed with like when I'm outside of the palaces and stuff, I'll get through the game like so quickly and I'll just like keep playing it, and then I come to just like a dead stop when I hit a palace because I'm just like, oh, I don't fucking want to do this. Like I love all the major story beats you get inside the palace, but it's just the combat, and I don't want to put it on the mode where you don't have to deal with the combat because I don't know, it just feels like cheap to me.
If it helps you enjoy the game, why not? If you enjoy the game more with that,
But it's like I don't know if I would, because then I would just feel like I'm watching a TV show or some shit, you know? Because like
You're
I
still
don't
hitting
know.
the buttons though.
Yeah, I would feel like, what am I doing this all for? You know, I don't know. That's just the way I kind of think about it. Like I want to get into the combat. It's one of those.
Do not fret. For me, this is like if you want to play on easy, I do not care.
No, I
want
am
you to
playing
play
on
the game
easy.
and enjoy it. You know.
I am on easy. Yeah, I'm definitely
Okay.
on easy. I'm just there's a
Okay.
separate mode where you can just like skip the combat somehow. I don't know if it just like fast forwards
Oh.
through all of it.
Oh, I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, that exists. It's
That's
weird.
weird.
Turn-based RPGs with me are just like they're one of those like game genres where I feel like I could love it. I just like I don't know. There's like a hump there that I gotta just like get over. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like the combat. Maybe it just doesn't vibe with me. This also happens with me with like 2D platformers. Last year I tried to play like a shit ton of different 2D platformers because there's 2D platformers again are just one of those things where I'm just like I don't know why I don't like this, but for some reason I
love
don't.
that. One of my favorite genres.
Yeah, and I feel like if I liked them, like a whole new world of these different video games I've never played would just open up to me. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. I just don't vibe with them. And it's the same thing with turn-based RPGs. But there is a lot I
like
like about.
turn-based. I don't like the turn-based where you're forced to like do an action quickly. You know what I mean? I like there's like a time bar where if you that's when you get to move, but if you don't like do it immediately, like other people start going. But I like to sit there and think, okay, I'm gonna have my white mage heal. I'm gonna have the black mage do a nice attack. I'm gonna have my sword guy hit and like pace out my. I do like that.
I'm almost the exact opposite, where like I just feel like I'm not engaged enough in turn-based. Like I feel like it just pauses too much. There's too many stops, and like I always feel like I'm just watching the same animation again and again. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't understand in Persona 5. Why do I have to see like the XP thing pop up every time? That takes like 20 seconds. You know,
Because of
like
the
after
song.
every battle. Yeah, but like that could easily just pop up on the side while I'm like running around in the world again. Like, you know, you could just put me right back into the gameplay and I could get moving and that could easily just pop up somewhere else. And
The
like
worst
all
part
the
of turn-based is usually the random encounters.
yeah,
Where you just be
random
running
encounters
in,
I
you
hate.
just fight. Yeah, that's the worst.
This game really doesn't have them. I mean, you could run past a lot of enemies in this, but it sucks when you get caught. But there are a lot of things I love. I mean, I just love the style of this game, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys do too. Like just that.
Yeah,
That
visually,
over the top
it's
Japaneseness this game has. Yeah, it's so great. All the music. I love all the cats running around. You work in a fucking coffee shop. I'm like, oh, this is my game. Whenever
Yeah,
I'm
you
into it like that.
making curry rice
Right,
with
making curry.
with your uncle. Is that who it is?
Yeah. No, he's not your uncle. He's just some guy that took you in.
Okay, whatever that guy is. He shows you how to make curry rice.
Yeah, he's really cool. That's one reason I bought the Royal Edition was because I heard you just get more free time, like out in the open world, and you definitely do. Like, I don't remember being able to go out at night, and now I think it was something that unlocked like later in base Persona 5, but this one it unlocks like much earlier from what I've heard. So it's really cool to be able to go around at night and just like do different things again. So that is just what I like most about it.
I never got to that point in the main game.
Yeah, I
didn't
never
know that
did
you could do
either.
that.
What point did you get to?
I was in, I think, the third palace.
Okay. And Sims, you said you've seen like pretty much this whole game.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pay that much attention. It was more the music, the art style, and then the ending. I always pay attention to these endings that she ends up playing. Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to play it. It's something that I feel like I need to play it because it's.
Me too. This has been on my backlog for like so long, where it's just one of those games where it's like I really want to play through that whole thing.
I really want to lose myself into a big game. Like, I'm due a big game. I
Right.
mean, Final Fantasy is a big game. I
feel the same about this as I did with The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is one of those games I just like picked up and down every like 6 months, and I would play it like nonstop for like a month because it's that fucking long. And that game like took me like 3 years to beat.
I just main storied The Witcher 3. Really, I did some side quests, but for the most part, I didn't really care. I was like, I really want to experience
Witcher 3.
Oh man, the side quests are the best part of Witcher 3.
Yeah, the side quests are amazing.
So good.
The main story's amazing, and I just wanted to experience that.
There's like 5 side quests though that were just like so much, like 5 specific ones I can think of. There's like this one with like this. He was like tripping out and he saw this flying whale. Do you remember that one? It was like this flying neon whale. I don't know. I remember that one specifically. There were some amazing side quests.
I just remember him throwing a baby in an oven, and that was that was good. How far are you into Persona?
So I'm going into the third palace now. It's interesting with this game because like you don't see any Western RPGs play like this. Like this game is like so linear, you know, and you're just like constantly unlocking like different spots, and you know the story is just progressing like a very linear game. It doesn't really like break off, and there's no like, you know, point where everything just like stands still. Like everything just keeps moving, if you know what I mean. Yeah. It's not like in Final Fantasy VII Remake where like the game just stops and you do all these side quests all of a sudden and the story's not moving at all. Like there isn't that point in Persona 5, which is just super interesting to see because you never see it in Western RPGs and just majority of the games I play.
Are you gonna see it out to the end? Is that your goal?
What was that?
Are you going to see this out to the end?
I want to. It depends. I'm probably getting a Switch this week, so I'm probably going to get into Animal Crossing. So we'll see. Maybe that just takes over.
Oh no.
But we got all the way till Last of Us Part 2. Really is the next game I'm looking forward to. So
Yeah, definitely.
I certainly have the time. But I don't know. I want to. I want to see the story through because I do like the story so much. And yeah, that's pretty. There's a couple characters I don't like. Like I don't like the guy you get in the second palace. Yusuke is his name. I don't really like that guy.
He's
So-
cool. That's Matt Mercer.
Who?
Matt Mercer.
Oh,
From
is that the
Critical
voice
Role?
actor?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, sure, that guy's cool. His character's not.
I thought he was fine.
But yeah, that's. Oh yeah, there's some cool new mini games. Like there's a baseball thing. You can go and like hit this ball. It like upgrades your proficiency. I don't remember that from the base game. There's a lot of things I don't remember from the base game. Like there's this new character they're introducing, and they just like slowly have cutscenes for her, just built in to the beginning of the game now. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm sure I'm going to be talking about this again next week and probably the week after if I keep playing it.
Sure.
And,
Let's
yeah, it's
you
pretty
want
much
to move
all
on to the
I'm playing.
news?
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Okay. We got a pretty juicy bunch of juicy stories this week.
What a fucking week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So let's start with one that got announced today. We're going to start with the Paper Mario, the Origami King
Out of the blue.
announcement. It's coming out July 17th, 2020.
Compete.
Connor, did you watch the whole trailer?
Yeah, I watched the whole trailer.
Cool. Sims, did you watch the whole trailer?
I did, yeah, definitely.
You did? Awesome. What do you guys think? Sims, you tell me first. What do you think?
It's more Paper Mario. I mean, I'm not really I say affiliated. That's not even a word, is it? Well, it is a word. I remember I only played one Paper Mario on the Wii, and I really enjoyed it, but I was just a dumb kid. But I've always wanted to play it again. So this is definitely I will buy it. Maybe not day one because it's coming out the same day as Ghosts. It looks like something that other people want more than me. That's
right. Connor, have you played any of the Paper Mario games?
No, yeah, I've never played a Paper Mario game. The trailer looked really cool. Like, I love the art style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Sims. Yeah, it seems like other people are more excited than I am for sure. But I'll pick it up for sure. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. You know, all Nintendo first-party games are usually at least some level of good.
Somewhat, sure.
Yeah.
I've also have never played
your
Paper
reaction
Mario game.
when I sent you in the Discord the trailer. You were like, you seemed to be excited about it.
Well, I love Mario. I
Yeah.
do not like Mario.
Oh, everybody
Anything
likes Mario.
It's just I look at his little face, his little mustache, and it makes me smile. Okay, so
Yeah, dumb right.
anything with Paper Mario, anything with this Paper Mario game, as long as it's not bad, I'll play it.
I do
Yeah,
remember.
I'm a little worried about the combat. Like, I don't understand what was going on with like that weird circle thing, and he's like jumping on other guys. Like, do you guys know what's up with this combat?
Not
What
at
is
all.
it?
That might have been like a time mechanic or something where you have to like
okay.
press at a certain time, and
That looked like the
You
main
like-
combat. Like,
there's probably
aren't
a
Paper
turn.
Mario games normally turn-based?
The original ones were,
I don't
but
know.
original.
The
I
one
don't
I
know
played
about the new
wasn't.
ones.
What was the Wii U one you played, Sims?
I played the Wii one, a Wii version.
Oh, the Wii one. Okay.
So,
What was the combat like in that?
I really can't remember.
You can't even remember. Yeah, too fucking long ago with that. Wii.
Yeah.
I hope there is some level of turn-based.
Yeah, it looks interesting though, right? Like, I love the art style, and I'm sure the story will be, charming at the very least.
I
Oh,
believe.
it definitely will have.
I
some
believe
sort
I
of charm to
played
it.
You know,
Super Paper Mario. That's what it's called on the Wii.
Super Paper Mario.
Okay, that was the original.
So is that where it originated from? It wasn't.
I'm pretty sure that's the original, isn't it? Wasn't that the N64 one?
No, it just says Wii. It's for the Wii.
Is
Oh,
that
maybe
a
that was the
remake
third
of the
one.
N64 one?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I know the second one was the Thousand Year Door. Then maybe the first one was called Paper Mario 64, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like any of us are too up to date on our Paper Mario knowledge.
No, definitely not.
Ah,
But it definitely.
I'm
it de-
excited Nintendo announced a new game. Is my main thing. Like, okay,
Yeah.
thank God, Nintendo. Like, it's something to look forward to with you
I
guys.
mean, I told you guys that in the past couple weeks, there's been nothing but negative news for Nintendo. But I told you guys they'd have to put.
Except they're selling out like fucking hotcakes.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling you guys for the past couple weeks now, like these companies have to put something. They can't, especially Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, the big ones. They have to. If they don't, they're gonna be failed, almost like Ubisoft did.
It's
Like
crazy
Ubisoft,
though.
they're gonna have to put something out. That's why they're doing Assassin's Creed. The EA is gonna have to put something out. So is Activision. So like, the bigger companies have to. The smaller ones might be able to win.
But the sudden drop of it is crazy. Like,
it's awesome.
It was just boom trailer, and I was like, what the? Like,
yeah, no director.
It's weird. Like, I feel like they probably is not worthy of a direct. But this is a big deal. This is a big deal to a lot of people, definitely. Like,
coming out so soon too,
as
like,
well.
2
Yeah,
months.
and it's a big game.
You know what else dropped like crazy?
What dropped like crazy, Daniel?
The tech demo for Unreal Engine 5.
Oh my god! Let me tell you about this.
James, tell me, please.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Did you see them triangles? Woo!
Fucking triangles.
Triangles!
Billions of triangles.
Oh my days!
Billions.
In all seriousness, though, like this, obviously it's going to be a couple of years until we see games reach anything like this.
Yeah, they said it won't release until 2021, and that sounds like the end of 2021. You know, that's like
we're looking at like 2024-ish. Games will look like this.
If I'm playing a game like this before I pop my clogs,
if the engine is what they say, it could be quicker to develop with. So it could be even sooner. It could be 2022. You know.
I feel like they always say that, like, oh, games will be developed much quicker now, but it's never that.
Though. You know, indie games come out pretty quick.
Indie games,
it's usually the bigger games.
But like, I remember at the beginning of the PS4, Xbox One generation, developer, I forget what it was. I think it was a Bethesda developer, said like, we'll be able to make games in like literally half the time. And it's just like, not even close.
Well, Sony had that cell processor or whatever, so it took forever.
Yeah, I mean, Sony's almost the worst. Like, God of War and Horizon took like 5 years to make.
Yeah.
But no, awesome. The game looked incredible. I almost just want to like point out that like Epic, you should make this fucking game because that looked awesome. That looked just like right up my alley. Like, I know it was just like some ripoff like Tomb Raider Uncharted thing, but it looked incredible. Yeah, it was completely that. I was like, Epic, put all your money into making this fucking game. Make it awesome. Give me some cool fucking looking superpowers.
Yeah, use that Fortnite money and make
use that game. Fortnite money and make this fucking game. I don't care how long it takes. That looks awesome.
But like, going to the tech demo itself, like, I'm a sucker for lighting. Like, give me the way that the light,
man,
just shone through them rocks. I love a good light. Days, and then the way they stopped the demo and they panned into how the pebbles and the rocks and how they're gonna start using like technically CGI from movies. Oh my days! It just looks incredible. Like, this is exciting. Like you said in the Discord chat, which I disagreed with, is like, why did he announce this? This isn't. I don't know. Maybe it's not something to be excited about. For I don't know.
No. That's not what I meant. The engine's extremely important. I think this is probably the most important thing we've gotten in a while. I said that I hate showing off demos because they're nothing. You know, as excited as like, oh yeah, that looked cool, but it's just a demo that is nothing's gonna come from it. They usually don't. You know, like I'd rather.
This was like the first gameplay we've seen of like next gen though. Like,
yeah, really. Definitely. This is what we should have seen last week.
Images. Yeah. Like, I know it's not a real game, but this is like, hey, look at what these next systems can potentially do, and that was very exciting.
I'll be devil's advocate because we're all pretty excited for it. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade 2, looked just as good, and I'm pretty sure that is also an Unreal. I don't think they said it to me.
That was a CGI trailer, though.
No, they said it was running an Xbox when it was announced.
Yeah, but
It was
like I mean
running on
that's the same
30.
thing as like the Assassin's Creed is like that was like all pretty much just like images, you know, like that was like a CGI trailer. Like this was like gameplay,
Sure.
like you can
Yeah.
play.
No.
this.
Yeah. It's
I
not.
mean,
You don't see behind Sonoa walking or whatever. Yeah,
right.
of course, not a full demo, but that game is also Unreal. Like that was kind of, I think, the first time.
So is that
we
on
got to
Unreal
see
4
next.
then? It must be, right?
No, I think that they just never said Unreal 5. I don't think that they could have.
But if it's not coming till 2021, how'd they get like access to it?
I mean, it's Microsoft.
So with going to, sorry, I'm going to take it back. The exciting news about what from all of this really was the fact that they said that at GDC developers want to be able to play this on the PlayStation 5 itself. So this is all running on a PlayStation 5. So this is probably the biggest piece of PlayStation 5 news we've had ever. And then this will obviously show what the console can do, especially when developers really get their teeth into these games and take this Unreal 5 engine. I mean, I believe they've already got it. They might already have it somehow, some way. But seeing a PlayStation 5, what the PlayStation 5 can run, and it being looking like this, and obviously all the games really take like at the end of every cycle, like now, Last of Us looks fantastic on the PlayStation 4. So by the end of the cycle, maybe in about 5 years, which seems like a long way away, but time goes so fast. So this, from obviously, unfortunately, due to COVID, developers would have seen this so long ago and played this, and it just shows you that PlayStation aren't. They are, they have stuff. They are ready. But are they just biding their time? I know this takes away from the Unreal this trailer itself, but the PlayStation have got they're willing to show people. How much would people have already seen by now if COVID wasn't a thing? Would we have seen more PlayStation stuff already? But are they just going, what do we do? How do we do it? Are they just going to show us in one big 2-hour press conference?
I don't think so. I don't think this has like any reflection on PlayStation, really. I think PlayStation just had like some sort of deal with them that they made this demo on a PS5. I mean, because this can certainly just run on a Series X.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
no, I think you're right. PlayStation, I think they have some sort of a plan. I think they are just going to have one big event where they just show like whatever they got for launch and maybe announce some games further in the future. But yeah, I don't know how much this has to do with PlayStation and what Sony's doing.
It's nice to know that.
I mean, it does, and Epic's huge. Like this is just Epic looking at the future. They always are. So that's just the type of company they are at this point. Especially with tech. I mean, they've had Unreal. Unreal's always constantly been pushing the boundaries. That's just kind of what it is, and they kind of want to. I think they wanted to kind of throw Sony a bone too, and like, yeah, here's it running on PS5.
Yeah, I went back and watched the Unreal 4 engine tech demo, and that one's from 2013. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like games look maybe not like much better than that demo looked, but they definitely look better. So it's just exciting to see, like, because they got used to using it, obviously, yeah. And it's just exciting to see what games are going to look like in like 3-4 years.
It's an exciting time to be alive.
You know what also is super exciting?
What is exciting, Daniel?
That we're getting a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Oh, yes, we are.
I was so excited about this. I know I texted you guys. Like,
I was so annoyed when you showed it. When I clicked that link and I saw it, and I was like,
"Oh, dude!"
I
saw it on Twitter like right before Jeff Keighley was about to announce it, and I was just like, "Oh, wow, no fucking way!" I got so excited though when I saw that because I was not expecting that at all. Because I woke up right before that started. Oh no, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I woke up like right before the Jeff Keighley feed started, and I was just like, I really wasn't expecting anything. I was just like, some stupid bullshit, whatever this is. He's gonna show me Watch Dogs or some shit. Fire. Sometimes
usually brings fire.
I was expecting this like random announcement to just be like some random thing though.
Yeah, they're going to be bundled together. They're not going to be separate, which is really nice. They didn't. It's more of a Crash type of bundle, which is
$40 too.
It is going to be developed by the same team, Vicarious Visions,
which is
Crash,
fantastic.
It's coming out September 4th, which is much quicker than I thought. I would assume later, November maybe.
September is such a good month now.
Oh boy,
it's coming to everything too. except for the Switch, which
No
is probably
Switch.
just too intensive of a game for the Switch.
I wish it was on Switch.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play it on Switch, but for the people that would, that would be nice. Maybe eventually it could be. Yeah, so it's coming to everything: PC, Xbox, PS4. It's awesome.
I can't wait. There's something about Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 that just makes me just so excited. It looks fantastic. I love the way they put the trailer together. And then obviously when I saw Vicarious Visions was all over it, I was like, they did such a good job of Crash, and they did such a good job of Crash Team Racing. And then as the trailer progressed and they went from old to old to new to old to new, I was like, this can only be amazing. And it's just going to be a skateboarding game, and it's not going to be for everybody, but for every 10-year-old that played this, it's for these people.
That's what I wonder. I wonder if, like, because Daniel, I know you have no like nostalgia for these games, but I wonder if like new people can go to it, because these games are like amazing. These are like,
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Even though
yeah,
I've never
these games
played
are like incredibly fun. I mean, there's some of the most like fun gameplay. Like, there's a reason Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 has like a 98 on Metacritic or whatever, because it's fucking amazing, like gameplay wise. And then they're adding things that they learned from like 3 and 4, like the revert and the manual tricks to like make your combos go longer, that are also going to be in the 1 and 2 remake now. So that's really cool, because I think 4 is like the best Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That's the one I have the most nostalgia for. But I think when they got to 4, that was just like when they learned like what it should be the most. So it's really cool that they're adding the things that they need from 4 into these remakes.
When did 4 come out?
About 2 years later. So I think Pro Skater 2 was 99. So I think Pro Skater 4 was 2001.
So they were coming out like year after year.
Oh yeah, they were year after year for the longest time.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, these games are incredible. They give me such like nostalgia, just like the soundtrack and like that whole thing. I used to skateboard when I was a little kid. Like I used to try to. We had a skateboard in the back of my middle school, a skateboarding park, like the back of my middle school. I would go there. I would like try to drop down the half pipe and shit. I remember one time I like hit my chin on the fucking thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it hurt so bad. I never did it again.
So as a quick Google, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 came out in 2002.
2002.
Okay.
Maybe they skipped a year.
No, didn't you say 2002?
You said 2004, didn't you?
I said 2001 for Pro Skater 4.
Okay.
So 3 would have been... Yeah, let's check. That's number 3. But this is definitely unexpected. I'd never expected it. Apparently, everyone's known about it for a while. I didn't think they'd do it. This is one of those things I was like...
I did. I thought this was the next logical remake for Activision to make.
Especially
after Crash and Spyro.
Surprised that it's not all 4. That is the only thing that I'm like, I don't understand why it's not all 4.
Because I think they're just going to do 1 and 2 3 and 4 down the road.
2001?
No, put all of the maps into this just one bundle. Call it like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater bundle or whatever. I don't know.
You could do that. I don't know. I'll be so hyped when they announce like 3 plus 4 though. You know, like I'm so excited for that. And I mean, it's only $40.
Like
you get the first 2.
Excited though, right?
I mean, they'd be even more excited if it was all 4, but.
Well, you would, but I mean, in general, because everybody likes 2 the most. I think.
Do they?
I think I like 3 the
2's
most.
The highest rated.
Which is
4 the most.
Which is the one with TNT in it?
That's 4.
So I like 4 then. Yeah, 4 is the best.
Yeah, 4 is the best. Okay. I even love Underground. Like if they did Underground 1 and 2, or those are like those 2. Underground 1 and 2 have campaigns and like a little story to them, and it's fucking hilarious. So I would love those down the line too.
There has to be some cool Vicarious Visions like new maps. I would assume. They kind of did stuff. So they added some stuff to Crash.
They remade Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 before. It was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD. That was in like 2012. And there was like 3 unfinished maps that Neversoft had. They just weren't done, but they went and they finished those maps. So I'm assuming those are going to be in here.
Cool.
And if I had to guess, I bet there'd be like some little DLC with like the most famous maps from 3 and 4, like the Canada map and the airport map and all those. I would guarantee.
Oh, definitely, because Vicarious Visions are brilliant with DLC. Especially as Vicarious Visions are brilliant with DLC. They've supported Team Racing so much. Great. And then
Yeah,
obviously
Team
with-
Racing.
and
Team
what
Racing
they-
had a new map every month for like the first year.
and what they give
Was
what
that Vicarious Visions? I thought that was somebody else.
Oh, that was Beanox. Beanox made Team Racing,
oh
but they
right.
Yeah,
all
I
worked
think
together on it.
I think they just did the Crash Insane trilogy.
Yeah, even with the Insane trilogy though, there was like 3 unfinished levels that they went back and finished.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
they
Yeah.
put it out as free DLC.
Did you play Stormy Descent?
Yeah, I
It
did.
was towards the end of the game in the first one.
Yeah, it was hard as fuck.
Insane, stupid. It wasn't fun. But
No.
did Daniel beat it? Yeah, he did because
Did
he
you?
tortured it. I beat all 3 of those games. Like I beat all 3 of those games in like a week, and I tortured. And most of that week was just me playing the first one because the first one decided to abuse me because it hates me.
Games were too
Yeah, I
hard
love
back
that.
in the day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Too hard.
I love that Vicarious Visions is handling this because they just put so much care into
Yeah,
the Crash trilogy,
definitely.
and it's just great to see. And they got like Tony Hawk working with them very closely, and they're saying all the right things. It's like they're talking dirty to me with that Tony Hawk interview.
They
Just like
they broke some like tech, like revolutionary tech, by putting one of the Tony Hawk games onto Game Boy.
oh yeah,
I think it was the Advance.
I had
or
a
something.
shitty DS one at one point.
It was like some weird tech that they had to do to like make it run, to make it look 3D on a Game Boy, because it was just such an intensive game. I think it was the first Pro Skater. I don't think it was the original Game Boy. I think it was the Advance, if I remember correctly.
Shout out to the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
shout
great
out to
thing
the game.
though
One of
with
the
Vicarious
best-
Visions and them putting like so much care into it is that whoever made the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD, like the first remake of the first one that came out, like I was just talking about, that one was so messed up with just like the movement and the way it felt. It was like way too like floaty, and you went like way too high, and they just like messed it up so badly that I'm so glad they're remaking it now and that it's being handled by this team.
I am legitimately excited. I can't wait.
Oh,
I can't wait
It's
because
one
it's
of my
normally
most hyped games of the year now.
definitely.
Yeah.
I can't wait, and it's only going to take a couple of days to finish as well. And
Oh yeah,
I know,
for sure.
like that's like I can't think of the word. It's not. It's irrelevant to what we're saying, but it's a nice little game. £40. It'd be £30 over here. 2 games. It's normally my missus excited about these type of things. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Tony Hawk's, it's one of those games that like I could put so many hours into too, just like trying to up your high score,
Yeah, man.
doing all that stuff, getting all that extra stuff. Vicarious Vision, please put 2 separate trophy lists for 1 and 2. That's what I need.
I think
with
It
2
will
platinums.
probably be how they usually
Crash
do it.
was separated into 3.
yeah.
It's separated, but then on Xbox, because I played on Xbox, it was separated, but it was still under one thing.
This is
That
why the
makes sense.
Xbox so. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's completely
I'm so
separated
sorry.
on the trophy list.
So I guess let's move on. So this next story, I'm going to put 2 together because they are kind of similar. We have the Guerrilla Collective, which is another big showcase for indie games. Is going to be coming out June 6th, 7th, and 8th. Nice
Our
big
Lord and
3-day
Savior
event.
Greg Miller hosting this.
Yeah, he's hosting. Really cool. I don't know if you guys saw the developers that are going to be in it.
Yeah,
I
there's
went and looked.
there are a
It
lot.
wasn't like a huge name.
They're a lot
Are there
clearer,
a lot? I
aren't
didn't
they,
see
with
this
it?
list.
That, you know, they're,
Yeah.
they've set your expectations, which is great, especially this time of the year or whatever we're going through right now with the Summer Games Fest. With everyone thinks, oh, every announcement's going to be the Batman game, every announcement's going to be GTA 6, blah 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 blah. These have just gone. We've got to show you these games. You got to talk to the developers, and it's great. Like all these indie developers need this attention, and
Yeah, they need these nice 3 days. This is perfect.
and it's a great. Obviously, we kind of funny doing what they did last year, and then now they're getting a help with, you know, they're joining forces with the Guerrilla Collective. It can only mean indies are starting to get better and better and better, and they're getting more attention, especially because of the Switch. Because everyone knows the Switch is associated with these indies now. It's only a good thing, and it as an indie developer, as Joe Blogs and his mate was like, should we make this game? Yeah, of course. And then obviously they get a hold of these people that are running this a lot. Would you mind showcasing the game? Yeah, well, let's take a look. And then it gets put on this big platform where people like us are going to watch it just because they want to see what's coming up next. Indies are getting better and better. Like Nintendo got Indie Showcase. All these indies are getting all this attention, and it's fantastic. I mean, I try my best to play as many games as I possibly can. And there's a few games I've seen, like indie games, like that one that Xbox had shown, where you replay the same scene every 4 minutes or something. Or
10
10 minutes? Something like that.
Yeah,
It was some amount of minutes.
I think it was 10 minutes.
That's not the title, Connor.
Some amount of minutes.
And then, I mean, can you count John Wick's as an indie game?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like all these games look credible. Like Celeste.
Well, just because it's a big property, it doesn't mean it's not an indie game.
So I've said my piece. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
No, you did a good job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
The next event, we had 2 big events. I guess I consider Guerrilla Collective pretty big. The next big one is the Ubisoft Forward, which I think is a good name. It's going to be their big event, and it's going to be in July.
Boo! Why July? Too far away.
For you, I
yes.
guess. Well,
They're so impatient. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you have to be patient.
Thank you for the date. The date has been booked off.
They have a date. You booked that off already.
I don't mess about.
You booked off for the Ubisoft one?
I'll book it off for everything. If it's on at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be watching it, aren't I?
This is going to be Ubisoft's big blowout. This is basically going to be their E3 just by themselves. This is going to be a big event.
To tie it in a little, they also said today, I think they had like one of those like financial callings or whatever.
Yeah.
Where they said between October and December of this year, they're releasing Assassin's Creed, and then out of Rainbow Six Quarantine, Gods and Monsters, and Watch Dogs, yeah, and then an unannounced AAA game.
That would be
2 more of those are going to be releasing in October, between October and December, and then the other 2 are going to be releasing between January and March of next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think it is?
Gods and Monsters could probably wait.
Because it.
Yeah, I think
that was
come out in, like,
that was slated for the 25th of February. Like, what? I mean, what were they? Is it
true,
ready?
Yeah.
This is what baffles
Watch Dogs
me.
was supposed to be in March, right?
All these games they're giving like really early dates, and now we're not in a.
Most likely that game. It's probably.
I like that they gave them more time though. Like, okay, you guys all get like another 6 months at least. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially with that Gods and Monsters game, because like we only seen just like one cinematic trailer of that. Like, we don't even know what that is.
Wasn't much.
No, it wasn't much at all.
But they gave us a solid date. Obviously, it didn't hit it. What was the game that fucked it all up for them? It was they released a game and
I think it was Watch Dogs.
No, it was Ghost Recon.
Wildlands.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was that.
Not Wildlands.
Oh, okay.
Not Wildlands. That was
no, it's Breakpoint. Sorry, yes.
Breakpoint.
And then that got slated, and then they were like, "Hold on a minute, let's just give all these games a bit more time because we don't want this again."
Yeah, it killed their year.
Yeah,
in terms of money.
I want to see more. I love every Ubisoft game. I think that's Far Cry, and I think that would be. It says They said it'd be I've just read the title. I can't remember it now. A new AAA game before fiscal 2021. So
Far Cry, I would assume Far Cry we'd get an announcement next year and it'd like come out next fall. That's like the earliest I would say.
I really want Far Cry.
I don't know. I could see Far Cry being the unannounced AAA one.
Yeah.
I don't know what else it'd be. Maybe it's that Pirates game or whatever.
What happened to that? That looks.
Yeah, that's been missing in action for years.
That looks well good.
We haven't seen nothing of Skull and Bones.
I think they've had so many problems with that. I think that's only. There's only time until until completely gets cancelled.
They also have Beyond Good and Evil 2 somewhere out there.
Oh god, they'll show us they'll show us a fan drawing and they'll be like, "Oh, it's still coming, guys!" And the internet would just explode.
Did you guys see the tech demo of that like 2 years ago or whatever? It might have been like a year and a half ago.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw that big thing that they put out.
Yeah, they had something running. It looked like a very like beta version of it, but I mean they had something for it, so maybe that's close to being done.
Yeah,
not a chance. I never forget one of the E3s they did. They just got like 1,000 people on stage and like, oh, you can make this game with us. I'm like, I don't care. Like, just
I want to make a
this...
game with you.
I never played the first one, Ubisoft. Selfish me and me pants. Like, hurry up, show me more games.
Do you guys see anything like unexpected being announced?
No,
You
not
know,
the Ubisoft.
like something out
Not
of like a
this year.
Splinter Cell or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, I see Far Cry, and that's
they
it.
have to. They have to.
Do they? Because I could see them just
Yeah.
them showing off like the 4 games you just mentioned and then announcing the unannounced one.
I'm not saying any sort of Splinter Cell or whatever, but like they got it. They have to show something.
They obviously
can't not. This
just
is their one show for the year. Were they going to wait until the Game Awards? Maybe they will, but they didn't.
Maybe
last year.
that's not by chance.
Another year until next E3.
No, that's way too long. They have a whole half a year before that.
Yeah,
or a whole year basically. They can't afford to wait unless they're going to do smaller little directs. Then they can wait. But this sounds like it's going to be a big event. Then they have to blow out and show everything.
So what we say?
They can't afford them.
We've already
I think these 5 games though, and then releasing them all in such a short amount of time, it will carry them all the way to next E3.
Yeah, but you have to tease something. You got to tease something.
Yeah, Ubisoft is known for like, especially during their E3 conferences, just having that one last thing, you know, and it's like something shocking.
Always. Yeah.
Remember the
Go ahead.
sorry, remember the first trailer we ever saw for Watch Dogs?
Oh yeah,
I do.
it was just like
my God.
incredible looking.
Yeah, it was great.
I still liked it though.
Too bad we never got that game.
I remember queuing out. I remember queuing for that game for 7 hours.
Really?
Wow.
And then everyone turned up at like 11 o'clock. Just me and this one guy sat there watching Friends on his phone all night, thinking that we're like getting ahead of everything.
Do you know what you're going to be waiting for even longer? Is the next Elder Scrolls game.
No way.
Apparently. Yeah. I don't know much about this story. I didn't really see that much about it, but I guess Pete Hines was talking to a fan or something. And
yeah, it was a tweet, wasn't it? I think
tweet? Okay.
It was a funny tweet. I think someone just said, "Look, cut the shit. When are we getting Elder Scrolls?" He was like, and then I think he replied like, "You're not getting anything until we've even shown like anything about StarCraft. Is it Starfield?
Starfield.
So the tweet was quite funny. It was kind of straight to the point. It was like, "Look, cut the shit. What's going on? Like, where's Elder Scrolls?"
I'm not really sure why this is coming back around, because this is exactly what they said at their last E3 press conference.
I think there were some rumors recently about the Elder Scrolls 6, and it popped, and I think people were just thinking like, "Oh, we must be getting that before Starfield."
No, that's not what they said. They literally said the opposite.
Right.
At their last E3, they said that Starfield was coming first, which sucks because it was 2011 when Skyrim came out. It's already been almost 9 years.
It's gonna be like 15 years before Elder Scrolls 6 between games.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Look, I love that company so much. Like, I love all their games. I mean, I have the Platinum and Fallout 4 and Skyrim, and I just like it hurts me that they take so long. Like, I understand they have to, but man, especially with like how like I loved Fallout 4, but it wasn't anything like spectacular. It didn't blow my mind or anything, you know. So they really have to, like, their next game, especially with all the backlash they got from Fallout 76, their next game has to come out and be, like, incredible, you know, to put them back on that, like, upper echelon of developer. So it sucks. I mean, there's nothing we can do but wait and just hope Starfield's amazing.
But Bethesda, for me, like, I know they do Dishonored, and they've got these 2 other games coming out.
They didn't make Dishonored. I mean,
I know what you mean, but like, I kind of just think they should just separate the is it Todd Howard?
Todd Howard.
I feel like they should just separate themselves from Bethesda in a way that they still work with Bethesda.
I mean, Bethesda Game Studios is like the developer underneath. Well, technically they're underneath ZeniMax. Bethesda software is owned by or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean,
are the developers. Yeah,
there's multiple. There's ZeniMax.
They are separated, and the weird thing is their team's even bigger now. They audited a whole another like 3rd team based off in Texas or whatever, which they were majority responsible for making Fallout 76. But it's like they have so many people now, and these games are still taking so long. We still have heard nothing about Starfield.
And they still haven't made a new engine in forever.
Right. And that's a huge thing. Like, they need to make a new engine.
They need a new engine because these games, like Starfield, cannot be running on the engine that they have right now.
No, certainly
It
not.
can't. It can't. It will not look good, and people will hate it again.
So I'm
They-
saying,
they
with
need-
all this
they need a new
backlash from 76, they have to come out with their next game, and it has to, like, put Bethesda Game Studios back on top.
I'm
It ha-
confident
yeah, I
they
mean,
can
they're
do
not
it.
in a good way. You know,
They're certainly
everything-
talented enough. Like, they've made
things
some
that
of
are
my
under
favorite
Bethesda-
games.
Yeah, of course. Things that are under Bethesda are usually unanimously liked, right?
Yeah,
Every
They're usually
like,
all
id,
very good.
Arcane, like both of those two developers are
id
keep putting out
Arcane,
hit after hit.
Machine Gun Games,
Machine Gun,
all
right?
pumping out
Right on.
incredible stuff.
Yeah, all three of those studios, boom, boom, hit after hit, just and then Bethesda Studios, the last two
It's
games
supposed to be
one
like
was
the crown
okay.
jewel of their company.
Exactly, one was okay, and then the other game got better but isn't good. So they're just on a decline. They're like they're basically a different version of BioWare at this point. Sadly,
Yeah. No, that's a
But at
very
least
good
BioWare's putting out
comparison
more
with
games.
BioWare. Because both of them, top of the top in like the 360 PS3 generation, right?
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, those
Yeah.
are like the two best studios of that generation. Could be.
Yeah.
And now they've just completely fallen this whole generation. So I really hope they can both pick it back up.
Going back,
it's sad.
going back quickly before we go to the next one. Going back to the tweet. The tweet exactly was, all right, check it out at DC Deacon. So Pete Hines. Let's cook the shit. Can we expect some info on the Elder Scrolls? We need this. It's after Starfield, Pete Hines replies, which you pretty much know nothing about. So if you're coming at me for details now and not years from now, I'm failing to properly manage your expectations. Big shout out to Quentin Myers.
No, shout out to Pete Hines for being so straightforward.
Well, no. For him to get a response from, all right, cut the shit.
That guy.
Oh,
That guy's
okay.
doing some real journalism work.
you mentioned Fallout 4 reveal. I think Fallout 4 reveal it was one of those where it was like we knew we were going to get some news about Fallout 4, and then all of a sudden it was coming out in 3 months, and everyone was really
It was so
excited.
exciting.
Everyone just I think after that announcement it was everybody just went, oh, I can't wait to play this game, and everyone kind of didn't really think. They just
Yeah,
thought
you can't.
we want it.
It's so hard to capture lightning in a bottle again, right?
There's nothing better than a game that's you don't know nothing about. It gets shown and it gets released. And I think if everyone took a step back at that point and went, hold on a minute, is this going to be as good? But I think because we were getting more of the same, we were getting more, but we didn't realize we were getting more of the same.
Right.
Everyone got really excited. I was happy with it. I had no complaints with it.
No, I was too. I had a great time with Fallout 4, but exactly like you just said, like I think Fallout 4 just felt like more Fallout 3. It just felt like DLC. Like, it felt like a whole new map, that just like looked better. Where we need like a true sequel needs to like add more things, be something a little bit different,
Definitely.
So our next piece of news story is something that just dropped and we just watched it. I think it was 17 minutes, 18 minutes, something like that.
18 whole minutes.
18 whole minutes of Ghost of Tsushima gameplay.
Oh
Slash
boy!
walking around.
And we've not actually spoke
Random.
about this as well, so this is all fresh. This is straight off the tip
Yes.
of our tongues.
We literally just watched. So, Connor, I want your opinion. Go.
Yeah, this is just it's just my type of game, right? Like I love third person cinematic open world action games. This is just it's just my cup of fucking tea. Like I love things like this. It looked incredible. There was nothing shocking. I think nothing that like took me off guard or where I was like, oh, that's really interesting or something like that. It just basically looks like this game has taken things from a bunch of other games and put it in their game.
Yeah, I didn't see too much, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's really original.
Yeah, nothing blew
like,
my
really
mind,
nothing.
but I want to play all of it. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, it's just my cup of tea. I love games like this.
Sims, what about you?
I think Connor's crazy. That's what I think. I think it looks incredible, absolutely incredible, and like, what the new things like the wind, the introduction of the wind being the way that that
Yeah,
will guide you. That's incredible.
I told Connor this. It reminds me a little bit of Dead Space,
Right, Dead Space.
where you just shoot out a waypoint. So you've never played Dead Space?
Yeah, no, I just don't get the comparison.
Okay. Well, there's not a constant waypoint. That's a comparison. Dead Space, you shoot out a waypoint, like a little line shoots on the ground, and you just kind of fall.
Oh yeah,
it
you
seems
click.
like the wind's gonna be.
Yeah, you used to click
you
R3 and then the line on
Yeah.
the floor. Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely understand.
was- Yeah,
the
so
world
it
looks-
seems like that. So like the wind, you just you hit a button, and then it'll flow to where you need to go. So it seems very similar.
The world looks. I wouldn't say it looks bustling. It looks quite empty, but I don't think
It does look.
Yeah,
little
I
empty.
don't think it. Not to take away from the game, it looks visually amazing. I don't think there'll be a lot of taking 10 minutes to get to each waypoint. I think you will come across things as you go. There's a lot of bamboo to collect, evidently.
Yeah.
He
I've really picked up bamboo.
All those flowers.
It did give me a lot of Horizon vibes, definitely.
Yes. Horizon. I got Horizon and Assassin's Creed constantly.
Yeah. It would definitely
So
be.
I'm saying there's a bunch of games you could pull from that like go into this, right?
Of course.
My question. My question is, how big is this game? Because like that very opening kind of looked kind of big, but I don't know if this game's going to be that big.
No,
it
and I
didn't
hope
look
it's not. I hope it's like a 20-hour mainline story and like 40-hour side quest. And like hopefully the map's not like overly big, you know.
I mean,
That's
we
like
saw
Horizon.
we
pretty
saw a
much.
portion of the map, didn't we, in the gameplay?
Yeah, there was that
Yeah.
one shot where he was like standing at a really high cliff, and we saw like the whole map almost, or what
Well, no,
could
he
be the whole
pulled up.
map.
He pulls up the map for a second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did pull up the UI map. Yeah.
The gameplay's definitely what we've seen before.
Yeah.
Climbing.
It just reminded me of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. To be fair.
But the gore was horrific. Like the amount of arms he just chopped off, and
Yeah, I wanted more blood.
the respect as well they showed to the culture. Like he cleared out a group of enemies, and then the detail was incredible. I saw him. He sliced up all these enemies, and then he got his sword, and he shook the blood off, and you saw the blood like fall off his blade. And then
Yeah.
he put the sword away, and then he bowed to them, which was fascinating. Obviously, I'm not very big on Japanese culture, but
Sure.
I'm sure that's respectful. And
I want Kill Bill volume of blood. That's what I want. I
There
want
was
like
a good amount of blood.
yeah, definitely.
oozing out.
I
Like a
got
fountain.
more Jedi Fallen Order vibes off the combat than I did like Assassin's Creed, like with the
Yeah.
whole parry thing going on and stuff.
Really?
Like,
But see, that
that's-
was what really reminded me of Assassin's Creed, especially because of the original. Like, I'm thinking more of like one in like the 2 trilogy, right? Of like the counter instant kill. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking Jedi Fallen Order with like the different stance too, you know, and how like the different stance is going to play a little bit differently. I don't know. It's one
Sure.
of those where like I need to get the controller in my hand to like really tell you how that combat is.
Yeah. I'm wondering if the stances are going to be kind of like a Devil May Cry type of thing with like Dante's different stances. Like, are they going to play that differently?
I don't know because Devil May Cry is so focused on combos. This isn't going to be like a combo focus.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So, like, how important is it really?
I think it's just going to play a
switch
little bit
stance?
differently. Like one stance will be more like defensive, and the other would be more like go for it.
Okay, sure.
I love the scenery. I love all the environments directing you where to go, like the wind stuff, or you can follow a certain animal and he'll take you to like a hidden location, stuff like that. I'm totally all for like getting rid of the UI in games. I know we were talking about this a bit last week, but the less UI for me, the better.
Definitely.
I like a map.
Yeah, and the maps
There's
there
no
and
map.
stuff too. I love that they showed fast travel and stuff. Just to know that that's there. I mean, obviously fast travel is so old by now, like such an old mechanic. But I like knowing that it's there and it's not like I'm sure this game won't be as big as Red Dead, but it's not like Red Dead where there was no like fast travel.
There was fast travel in Red Dead.
Yeah, you could like go back to your camp and stuff, but you had to like unlock it and stuff. I don't know. I don't remember every. I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying like it's good to know it's there.
Mm-hmm. Any final thoughts?
Definitely a few other things. I like the added feature of Japanese. I'm gonna say talking because I can't think of the word. The Japanese
Voiceover.
The voice acting.
that was it. The full on. I think I may play this game with the Japanese voice acting and then the subtitles.
Yeah, I was telling Daniel before it start, I would love to play. I don't want to play the whole thing like this, but I would love to play it with black and white and with Japanese voiceover, just to get like that. Like you guys ever seen like Seven Samurai or like the Sword of Doom movies like that? You know, I love movies like that. So it's just really cool to have a game that can do that.
Definitely, it'd be interesting to see the boss battles. You having that epic 1-on-1. 10, 5, 7 minute.
Yeah, I wish we would have seen like here's like a bigger boss type thing, you know, and like everyone's like crowding around you, and it's like a 1-on-1 epic samurai thing. Because we got that for like a second when he first entered the camp, but then he just like murdered that guy right away.
I mean, there might not really be a boss fight like that.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, right. No, you're.
I mean,
right.
they touched on it.
Armored enemies.
They touched on it when they went to the black and white mode, and it was them two teeing off. I mean, them type of like 1-on-1, 5 minutes of him parrying you parrying him, you maybe getting a quick slice on him, and then hopefully you'll see the wound, and then you know you gradually start to wear him down, or he wears you down, and then it ends at a big
weakness,
and then it goes at a big. You know, you take his head clean off. You know, and then you get rid of the blood, and then you do the battle. I'm all for this game. I genuinely can't wait. This is up my alley. This is like a Witcher. Like I like sword. I prefer, you know, these combat with swords and open world. I like the horses. Like I'm a sucker for Red Dead. It's no Red Dead with the horses. I know everyone hates the horses in Red Dead, but I liked how
those are stupid.
Horses are great in Red Dead.
Yeah, those are stupid.
Unbelievable, like they're like clunky and real. I think these are a bit, might be a bit floaty.
It's gonna feel more like Odyssey's horse, probably.
I'm definitely all in.
I know me and Daniel were talking about it a little bit. I love the camera angle. Horses, that side view.
I don't.
You can get the whole scenery taken in.
Yeah, I'd prefer it just to be in the middle and maybe up a little more to get some scenery. You know.
And then,
did they show any like horse combat? Like, did he kill a guy with the horse?
No, I don't think so.
No, he kept jumping off of it.
Okay, so I wonder if that's just not in there.
My last thought was photo mode, and the first thing I thought of was Connor. Like the photo mode looks ridiculous.
I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
Like with the fact that you can have like leaves or anything, things moving in the background, and the way the wind blows in the things like that.
Yeah, the video and stuff too with that. Like I know Concrete Genie had this with the photo mode. Like they had a little video thing, and that was like really cool. I only messed around with it a little. I made a Twitter though now, so I'm gonna be tweeting out like all these little videos when this game comes out. And yeah, I love that they didn't show anything from the story. Like I don't need to know anything about the story. And, excited for a game like this.
Yeah, I think the first trailer was like. Or maybe it was the second trailer.
They released the story trailer recently.
Yeah, well,
like maybe a month ago.
Okay, I don't know if I saw that. But
Whenever it went up for pre-order, they released like a story trailer game, which I haven't watched.
Oh, that's right.
I do remember the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I watched.
Yeah, I'm excited not knowing too much about it. I mean, all I know is like the Mongolians come and invade your island, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to kill some Mongolians. Are we all sold on this game? Like, I'm definitely getting it.
Yeah, 100%.
I've been waiting for actual gameplay. I am definitely sold. I've been waiting for gameplay for a long time. Like they constantly were just showing trailers, not gameplay. So I'm happy that we've seen something now.
Got a good deep dive into it. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right, so let's move on. So a little bit more Sony news. Sony announced that they're going to put all of their first parties into a new bucket called PlayStation Studios. So I guess it's kind of similar to Xbox Studios. and that's going to be starting with PlayStation 5. Which
There's
I
the
think
cool
is a little
little
weird.
trailer where they just copied the Marvel openings. Where, like they
Yeah,
got all
it's
the
a little
different
different. I'll
characters.
give them credit. It's a little
Yeah, it was the
different,
same
but
thing.
it is.
I was thinking
Yeah.
watching the trailer, how cool would it be if like at the end of The Last of Us or something, there's like a post credit scene and like Ellie walks in a house and like Sully's standing there and he's like, I'm
was
putting
thinking-
together a team.
No, I was thinking Kratos. I was like,
Kratos is
like,
axe would
girl.
like be in the ground in like the second game's post credit scene, you know?
In the background.
Yeah, in the background or some shit, right? I mean, you got like your Hawkeye Black Widow character with like Aloy, right?
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You finish Ratchet and Clank 2, end of the credits, and then Ratchet walks into like, I don't know, Clank's little like laboratory. Is like, oh, we've got a guest, and now all you can hear is, and then it ends, and you know it's like Kratos' axe. Oh my god!
Kratos' axe just on the wall. The funny thing is, to get Spider-Man, they could literally just use Spider-Man.
That's true.
You guys literally already got Spider-Man. Let's get this going. You know, Sony cinematic, or I guess not cinematic, video game.
What's their
universe.
Avengers called?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. The Sony phony.
The stations.
We like the
Nathan Drake is definitely like the Tony Stark. You know.
It was great.
No, he's not smart enough to be Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's
It'd have
fair.
to be
That's fair.
Clank.
It could be. Oh yeah, it could be. I don't know. Because you need like that cocky humor, you know. That's why. That's why I
there's
could
plenty
do
of
it with
that with
Nathan
some-
Drake.
You got Nathan Drake.
You got plenty of that,
Yeah.
you know. Kratos obviously the Thor.
So, do we have anything else more to say? They should have done this.
No,
a
it's
while
cool.
ago.
It's cool to put these all under like one brand, right?
Yeah.
It's
Cool
different.
name.
So let's move on to some more Sony news. There is new DLC coming out for Predator Hunting Grounds, and including in that DLC is going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger is coming back and being Dutch again, full voiced, with some story tapes or something where you have to like unlock them. I'm not really sure how that's going to work.
Yeah, there's like little like CD things you can pick up and like listen to. It'll be like tied to
You have
an
to pick it
objective.
up? You have to pick it up in the game.
Yeah, it'll be like in game and they'll play. I don't know if that's how this will work. I don't know, but I think you can like listen to them in the menu then too. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys have any ties to the movies?
Quickly,
At
I've
all?
seen them.
get to the chopper now. That's it.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's it.
Wait, did Arnold Schwarzenegger just come in our podcast?
Yeah, you did. I heard him.
No, it's not Arnold. It's not a tumor. No. Goodbye.
I'm surprised that
Oh,
it's
no, he
only
left.
him.
Bye, Mr. Schwarzenegger.
Oh, he's
Goodbye.
at Sim's house.
He walked for the door. He didn't even close it.
No one can say anything.
It's big Austrian man.
President scare your kids.
I'm surprised that it is only him. And it's not like Carl Weathers, you know, or Ventura.
I'm surprised he's just getting at it now. Like you figure.
Yeah,
that
why
would've
is he
been
not
something like
originally
that.
already in it?
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I really, really want this game, but I really don't want to pay how much it is. How much is it? It's only like £20, isn't it? £20?
That's too much for you?
It's 40,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Or it's $40. So it's probably £30, I think.
Yeah,
I'm learning so much about pounds through this podcast.
yeah, you are.
So I guess let's move on to this story. I don't know a ton about it. I'm gonna toss it to Connor, but I guess Vince Zampella says there's no new Titanfall game in development, which I think they said that a while ago as well.
No, there was rumored to be one in 2019.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it was. I think it was one of the writers tweeted out something like he's working on Titanfall or something. But maybe that was just related to Apex lore or something. I don't know.
Could
Considering
be.
that does take place in like the Titanfall universe.
Yeah.
And then Vince Zampella also said that Dice LA, which he's also running now. If you guys remember, he got promoted. Like he's running both the studios now or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also said they're working on a shooter, and I think he teased more will be at that EA Play thing. So that's
Do you
cool.
think that this is going to be in the same universe?
if I had to guess, the Dice LA team will be making. I don't know, because I guess a different team would be making Battlefield, right? Maybe they're
I
making
mean,
Battlefront.
That's Dice.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not as excited for that. I'm just disappointed that they're not making another Titanfall game. I love Titanfall 2 so much. Like, I think that's one of the best first-person shooters to release in like a long time. I just love the movement in that game, and it's unfortunate that game didn't sell well enough to justify making another one. I think that's kind of just what's happening here. It's just not like a known enough product, I think, But
Yeah,
I wish it was.
This game could be an Apex single player.
I wish Apex was a Titanfall battle royale. Like, I wish it was like a Titanfall battle royale that I wanted, with like the mechs dropping in and you're hopping in them and you're raw running on all these buildings and stuff. Like, I wish Apex was that.
I mean, that'd be really hard to balance.
Yeah, it'd be so hard because like the whole map would have to be like a giant city too, because you couldn't have like just like fields or like open spaces, where you can't do parkour. So like it'd be such a task to make that game, but that'd be the battle royale game that'd get me into.
Yeah, Sims, do you play Titanfall or Apex?
No, we mentioned it this week. We should play Apex. I've never played it. I played the tutorial. Tell a lie. And I remember the only affiliation I have with Titanfall is that I played I played the Titanfall 1 beta when I first got the Xbox One, sorry. But I was listening to a podcast the other day and I can't figure out. I know what it was. It was Connor on that Mitch Powers podcast, and he was saying how good it was.
Was I? See,
yeah, he was.
See, this is how much I like Titanfall.
He said how good the campaign was, and I think we've got it all for free on the PlayStation Plus. I think it's definitely a game that I'd like to play.
It's incredible. There's one level that's like one of my favorite levels this generation.
I'm definitely
the reality shift level.
What was that?
The reality shift level.
Yeah, exactly. The jumping back between different times level.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's incredible.
It's
definitely something I'd love to pick up.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Hopefully, Vince, he doesn't miss. He just makes hits.
No, yeah. Respawn's just been absolutely killing it. I think they're one of the top developers of this generation.
Yeah, I mean, it all wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for Vince. He knows how to make good games.
No, he's a genius guy. He doesn't miss.
Like I said, yeah, he doesn't miss. So let's move on to this. This is an interesting story. I didn't really see it coming, but the whole entire Mafia trilogy is getting remastered. It's coming out May 19th.
This is the worst kept secret ever.
No. There's more information coming out May 19th.
Oh,
my bad. I might have wrote that bad in the news.
Did it have a release date of August the 28th?
Oh, yes. It's coming out sometime this year. That's why I thought it was May, but you're right. There is more information. Maybe that's when the full reveal, I guess, is. I don't remember if I saw where it's coming to. I assume at least PS4, Xbox, PC. I doubt that this is going to come to Switch.
It's listed for the 27th of August.
Okay, 27th of August. That's a pretty good date for that.
We'll get some news about it on the 19th. It'd be good to see it on the Switch, to be fair.
That'd be a good Switch game.
It won't be. It won't run on the Switch.
No.
It's just going to be another one that it's just going to be too hard for the Switch.
I love the Mafia 2. I never checked out 1. And 3 had horrible gameplay, but from what I saw of the story, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was a decent story. I didn't fault Mafia 3. It was just one of those AA open world games. Like you didn't expect. Did you play
through the whole thing?
Yeah. Like I didn't expect too much from it. I enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't Grand Theft Auto. I never went in going, "Oh, this is going to be the greatest game ever." The story was fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I played about like a third of it, and the story was I just couldn't do it with that gameplay.
The only thing I didn't like about it was there was no fast travel. That was the only thing I had a problem with.
It relied too much on like sneaking up behind a guy and like stabbing him. And, like I felt like I was just like constantly doing that. It's like the same animation I don't know. It was very samey, the gameplay.
I've never played any of the three.
I think I played 2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 is fantastic.
Hmm.
I haven't played it in years.
I'll be curious to see more. Maybe I'll get it. I don't know. I love mafia movies, so I might.
Yeah, if
give
I
it-
never played it, I'd be more inclined to check this out. But
I mean,
probably won't.
he's coming out a week before Tony Hawk's. I know that's like on. I think after you spent £100 on Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, your wallet's still going to be healing into it. So it's one of those. It
September,
comes out in August, end of August. It's something that you'd probably pick up for Christmas for like £20. Like there's always games that come down to £20 in November, December, especially like Black Friday. You pick it up cheap as chips.
Yeah, good on sale game.
Definitely.
Especially that amount of content you'll get for all 3 of them.
Yeah, definitely.
So there was a leak I saw. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So when I think it was it March 30th?
Did you see this or your
When?
secretary?
No. I saw this one. This is from me.
Secretary needs.
I think it was March 30th,
Just getting
right?
lazy.
It's when Animal Crossing came out and Doom. Was that the right date?
20.
The end of
March 27th.
3rd.
27th? Like, yeah, the end of March.
Oh, no.
All those pictures and stuff was of Doom Guy and Isabel, and everybody's being real playful. It was really cool. So I saw a leak screenshot of the next Doom. And
Already?
already. Doom Guy is no more. They decided with the new main character from this screenshot. It is Isabel. She is going to be the main character of the next Doom.
I'm not surprised.
Well, that's exciting.
Isn't that really cool?
It's fantastic.
I mean, she must have took a dark turn, right?
Yeah. She's on hard times, Sometimes you just gotta be a mercenary for hire,
I mean,
heroin will do that to you.
Whoa, she's addicted?
That's what I heard.
Oh my god.
Well,
What do you gotta say, sir?
I'm sad.
spoilers for Animal Crossing, but she doesn't make an appearance till at least 15 days into the game. So
what's she doing though?
I heard
15
that
days?
she's in rehab.
Is it the prequel?
So I've heard that before Animal Crossing, she was a mercenary in Doom, and obviously then that led her to.
This is the prequel to Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Wow, I never made that connection. Wow, that's amazing.
So then her drug addiction, she was in rehab.
Heroin.
She couldn't make day one of the island's opening. She was in rehab, so she came in halfway through. They even make a note of that in the game.
Wow.
She comes back all bloody and shit. She's got a shotgun on her back.
Yeah, she's got to have the super shock.
What the fuck were you doing?
So let's move on to the new releases. I got a new date, which is pretty exciting. We haven't talked about this. The Iron Man VR's finally got a date, which is awesome. It's going to be July 3rd.
Damn right.
Yeah, I wish
don't
any
know
of
if
us
you
could
guys-
play this one.
Yeah, nobody here I don't think has a VR.
I have the VR, don't I?
I'd like to see
I
more.
have a VR.
Oh yeah, Sims has a VR.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Sims, fucking play this.
It's just one of those.
Yeah,
It looks dope.
I haven't seen footage of it.
I could have played it at an EGX last year.
Oh, wow, cool. You should have.
But with the VR stuff, you have to book it in. You have to get there first thing in the morning, go and book it in. But I watched. You can see what they're doing on the screen. It definitely looks interesting. It definitely looks like something that you need to experience. I definitely want it.
Iron Man game.
I'd love to play my VR more, but me and the missus got the VR box before the update, so we have to constantly switch out the HDMI leads, so because it doesn't have the HDR
It's
pass
just annoying
through.
to set up, right?
It just doesn't. I mean, I've got like a way of doing it, but I don't have the HDR pass through, so it's really frustrating. So it's like I've got to pull my telly out, sort the wires out. It's a whole thing. Like I'd love to play it more. I really want to play Blood and Truth. I want to Blood and Truth, but I'd missed out on the sale.
Yeah.
I will definitely get this game.
Okay. Cool. Can't wait to hear hear you talk about it.
Ooh.
So Final Fantasy IX today, I just went on earlier today, is on Game Pass. So this is, I guess, kind of the start of all the Final Fantasies coming to Game Pass, because they announced that like the end of last year or something,
Yeah,
that they were all like, I think
Um,
from 7 on. Yeah, 7.
Aren't they
on.
making like that giant collection? That might have been a Switch thing.
I don't think they're doing like a collection on Game Pass, but they are putting from like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
yeah, it was
That's awesome.
It was announced
I think
in London for the Xbox. I forgot what they
Okay.
called it. And it was a big deal. I didn't realize how much of a big deal it was. Final Fantasy has never been on Xbox, and like Xbox have been very, I wouldn't say.
I think 13 was like the first thing. That was like a big deal.
On the
13 was
360, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, because I was very interested in that game, and then I
Yeah.
tried it, didn't like it. Mrs. played it. Now we have a kid called Hope because of that game. True story.
Awesome.
Really?
True story.
So Halo 2 is coming on Game Pass on PC, and it is on Steam now, which is pretty awesome. My favorite game of all time. Go play it, please.
Be interesting to see how it
And Apex, this is another just a shout out. The Apex Season 5 is out now, and there's a new character. She looks pretty cool. Her super is really interesting. She basically like drops like a black market store down, and you can like get weapons from it. Really weird.
I have a question. So if we were to play this game, would I need to buy the season pass to play this character?
I don't think no, you can't. You'd have to get the character. You're not going to get her. You have to like buy the character. There's like in-game currency and stuff.
So you have to buy the season
I don't know
pass
if
to
there's
get
like
the
a
character.
fee. I guess, yeah.
Okay.
I've never done that. I didn't get to play as Revenant yet, which is the last season's character,
Okay.
because I didn't have like enough in-game stuff. I just haven't played. But I did get to play as the first season, the other 2 seasons character, Crypto and Watson. But I haven't played Revenant. And then now Loba, I haven't been able to play her. And then this is a new breaking today. Alan Wake will be on Game Pass for PC and console next week, which is really awesome.
Fuck yeah, go play it.
Yeah,
Give me Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, mum.
maybe, but it's not like they're not dealing with Microsoft anymore. Now they're dealing with Epic. So
Do it, Epic.
sucks. I wish that Microsoft kind of just would have bought Remedy. To be fair, I feel like they would have fit pretty well.
No, they waited too long on that, right? Like how many
Yeah.
exclusives did they have? Quantum Break and Alan Wake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
No,
I don't
Indigo
know.
Prophecies, right? Wasn't that them too?
Indigo Prophecy was on PS2.
Oh, it was? Okay. I only remember it as an Xbox.
Yeah. Some of the max paying games. But yeah,
Okay.
fucking make it.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they will. Maybe if Microsoft allows them to. So there's not that many big new releases coming out this week, but Golf with Your Friends, which is a PC game, is finally coming to every console: PS4, Xbox, and Switch. It's a really cool little like mini golf game, if you like mini golf games. The Wonderful 101 remaster is coming to PS4, Switch, PC on May 19th.
This is getting
I've never
very
played it.
controversial reviews.
Is it really? Okay.
Is
Why?
Yeah, I got like a 9 on IGN and like a 4 on GameSpot. So
Oh,
it's like, I don't-
really?
Yeah, I'm
What
like,
is-
what's going on
What
here?
was the problem? Did you see?
I
What
don't
the
know. I
problem was?
didn't read the review. I just saw the score. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, me too. No, I watched the video review. No, it looks really interesting. It must have flew past me when it first came out. It looks,
What was on the
It was a Wii U game, right?
yeah, like it looks really
Flew past
interesting.
everyone then.
Like you play as this big
Yeah,
bunch
pretty
of like 100 people, and then you can draw your weapon out. So if you want like a whip, you draw a circle, and then you turn into a whip, and then you whip the enemies, and each enemy needs different types of weapons to fight it. This is what I took from the review. This must be a big deal because it made so much money on I want to say Make-A-Wish, but it's not Make-A-Wish.
This is coming out on everything, right? Like PS4,
Yes.
Xbox One, Switch.
Yeah.
It's not Xbox, which is the weird one. It
Really?
is everywhere else. Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah. I don't know why. So let's move
Danny,
on
are
to
you
the
gonna
bet.
check that out? You like Platinum games a lot, right?
Oh, I do love Platinum games. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
kind of
know.
hit or miss with me, but
Yeah, I don't know. I want to look at it more before I make a decision. Do you know the price?
I do not. I would assume 60.
Okay. I'll look after this.
I
I'll
will
go.
look.
I might. I do love Platinum, but I think the next Platinum game that I will play would probably be Bayonetta 2 because I still haven't played that.
Really, I love Bayonetta too. That's probably my favorite Platinum game.
That's crazy, but you're probably right. I love Bayonetta a lot. So let's move on to the bets.
The price for Wonderful
So-
101 is £40
Okay,
for the Switch.
cool. That's nice that it's not
Wait,
even
what is that in? Is that like what normally games
Like
cost?
$40.
It's probably like $40, I would assume, is what he's $40.
Yeah.
So Connor, you have won 4 bets. I have won 5, and Sims has won 3. Last week's bet was a Last of Us one. It was how many views does that trailer have on their official YouTube page? Connor, you said 7.5 million. I said 10. Sims said 15. I went and looked just now as we were talking, like a little bit ago as we were talking. We were wildly off,
Yeah.
like by a lot.
We do not understand YouTube video.
No, I usually do, but I don't know why it got 1.7 is what I saw. We were wildly. So Connor, you definitely won that.
I saw
You're
this
so
though, and I
far
looked
off.
up like other big trailers. I forget which one I looked up. I think one was like the Half-Life Alex one. Or stuff. But anyways, they're all like lower than I expected.
I think
Yeah, well, I just assumed that it would. This was kind of like the last big trailer. I assumed it would be way more. You know.
I
It's
was
like rare a video game trailer.
Yeah, I guess.
I put it in.
So
I put it to the fact that you can get these trailers anywhere now, can't you? Like you can scroll through your Twitch, Twitter. You can scroll through your Facebook, and the trailer's right there. And it's not
YouTube's
necessarily.
still a big destination, though.
I don't
you
think. I get it, but you can watch it anywhere else. So, I mean, half the time, like on YouTube, like it's an advert. I mean, does that count as a view? Like the Last of Us
Probably.
trailer, the Last of Us
Probably
trailer
not.
was an
That's a
advert.
good question.
So I'm just saying, like, I mean, maybe we're right. Obviously, the
If
bet
you
is the
went
bet.
through and added up like all the big websites that post a trailer, you know, like your IGNs and shit,
Yeah.
I wonder if then,
Yeah.
you know,
It definitely would be more, of course.
right.
So this week,
Wait, so I won
was
that
trying
one,
to
right?
think of an interesting one. You did. You won that one. Because you were
Right,
at 7.5.
back on top, boys.
We were no, we're tied. We're tied. You're never gonna win because
Whatever.
I
Next
still
week,
won.
back
the
on
other one.
top.
No, I won the other one, so I'm technically.
Next week.
This week's bet is how many likes is that Unreal Engine 5 demo? I want to know how many likes does it have on Keely's Twitter because he tweeted it out as soon as it happened. Sims, how many likes does that demo have?
3,428.
33,400. Okay, I like that being that specific.
30.
Connor, what about you?
likes? I don't know, man. Who goes up and taps that like button? Like you should. You should
Probably-
on
You
our
should.
videos, especially.
You should do it.
But I
Probably.
never fucking do.
There's probably more than you think, but
I'll go 7,000.
7,000. That's
Yeah.
pretty low. Interesting. Man. I'm gonna say I don't know how how many people, a lot of people watch that on Twitter. I just don't know how many. I'm gonna say 22,220.
Solid number.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Solid number.
All right, so let's move on to the game. So this week, I'm going to do another this or that. We haven't played it in a while. I do have the old this or that ones you've chosen.
How do we play this again? You want to just do like a
So
quick
yeah, I
rundown?
will explain it. So basically, I'm going to give you two options. You both have to come to a conclusion and choose one. You only get one veto. There are more options here than there were in the first time we did it. The first time I did 7. This one I did 10. So there's a lot. And the theme for this or that is sequels. I'm putting whether it's a number 2 versus number 3 or the original game versus the sequel. That's what the theme is going to be. And
This
you
is
get
easy.
one
All
veto.
video game sequels are better.
That's not true. But
Normally,
remember, you get one veto. I will if you guys are split, I will pick one. Out of these 10, I can veto one of them.
sure.
So
Me and
let
Sims
me
have to
see
agree.
which one. You both have to agree.
Oh boy.
We cannot move on until you both agree to pick one. So let me see which one I want to start with. I want to start with like a spicy,
Spicy.
Yeah. So let's start here.
Spicy.
Today's a Mario Day, right? I'm gonna celebrate Mario.
Mario.
Yeah.
Mario?
That's where is he?
I love it.
So you have to either pick Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario World.
I tried both of these games last year,
It's World.
and World was
Hands
clearly better.
down. Super Mario World.
Yeah, it's World.
Wow. Easy.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. No shade to Super Mario Brothers 3.
No
Wow.
shade, it's just a better game. It's just I don't know. There's something
Some people
about.
don't think it is.
There's something
Super
about
Mario
the.
World is a little longer.
There's something
but-
about the map that just really gets my juices flowing. Like
Sure.
it being vertical and
Yeah.
you can see it all.
Sure.
I don't know.
So
Yeah, I
this
got the
next
same
one,
juices.
this next one might be interesting. Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3.
You're gonna make us fight,
Neither-
aren't you? I
neither
like
of these are my
Uncharted 3
favorite.
more.
I've
My
played.
favorite 4.
4 is my favorite.
Yeah, 4 is my favorite, but
I've
You
played
guys
them
get to
all, but
fight.
I just can't remember them.
I like 3. 3, I thought had a little bit better of a story. I just thought it was better, Like I just thought it was a little bit better.
I personally think 2.
They're both great games. I know 2's the
But
one
I
majority of
should
people will quit because 2 is really that Uncharted became like really fucking good at 2.
Yeah, I shouldn't say anything because I don't want to sway you guys.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like 3. I like the desert theme more. That part where he's tripping on drugs, I love that. The Elena and Drake stuff in 3 is great. Yeah, I'd go 3.
Is number 3 where the plane
Sims.
crashes?
What was that?
Is 3 where the plane crashes?
Yeah, exactly. All the crates and stuff fall out.
Yeah, and you're
And
falling
that
through the
cool
sky.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, number 3 is much better.
So Sims, which one are you thinking?
Uncharted 3.
Oh, we agreed on 3.
Oh, you did agree on 3. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Technical
3,
difficulties.
Uncharted 3. Interesting. That's not my choice. Judging from the last time we did this, you guys usually picked one I would have went. Not every time, but a lot of. So the next one we're gonna do BioShock 1 or BioShock Infinite.
Oh, you're killing me.
Bioshock,
You're
sorry.
fucking killing me.
BioShock 1 or BioShock Infinite.
It's 1.
I think
That
this
is
is an
this?
easy.
1 clearly.
Okay. Here's my thing. I know 1 is the better game. I understand that. Gameplay wise, it's the better game.
Maybe
But
I mean some people might argue Infinite is a better gameplay.
No, it doesn't. Those people would be
Okay.
wrong. But here's my thing: is like the story around Infinite is one of my favorite video game stories. The ending of that game is like one of my favorite things.
I
Period.
mean, the ending. all of BioShock, I think, just has a better story. I
Yeah,
still
no.
shouldn't say anything.
BioShock is Infinite is like in my top 10 favorite games of all
Cool.
time. I love Infinite. I put Infinite
It's
above
great.
BioShock 1, but I will not be upset in any way if we go with BioShock 1 because I love BioShock 1 as well.
You both have to agree.
I like the characters in number 3. Yeah, number 3, and I like the ending.
Elizabeth is so great.
Yeah, Elizabeth is great.
I
And
do
you
think
get all the powers too. The powers are great in Infinite. It's just the combat holds it back.
and I like the songbird as well.
It became much more of a shooter in Infinite, whereas one
but it
is a
feels
straight
good.
up horror
It's not
game.
like it's bad combat. It feels good.
No, it doesn't feel bad, but it also doesn't feel like incredible, you know?
It just wasn't.
No, it feels good for a
It just-
2013 game. Feels good.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
No,
BioShock, was it? You didn't feel claustrophobic.
No, it was a different game.
It just.
It doesn't mean it's bad.
No, of course
that
not.
opening of Columbia was
They're all
amazing.
good.
I also like the setting more in Infinite. Like I love the setting.
Yeah, Columbia is awesome.
I do. I just think it
Columbia's
deserved.
amazing.
It didn't
Such
deserve.
a unique idea.
It wasn't. It didn't. It shouldn't have had BioShock as a name. I don't know. I feel like it could have been a
No, I
different
mean I
name.
disagree. I disagree. It's a
Yeah, I
it
kind of
is a
disagree
Ken
too.
Levine
It
game.
has the major story beats, like with the twists and stuff, and the lighthouse and everything, to where it is BioShock and the powers and stuff. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier, where like I love it. Sequels are like true sequels, and not just like the same thing of the previous version.
Sure.
But
So do I need to come in and choose? Is this your one veto?
I'd go Infinite. I'm not gonna be upset with BioShock. Do you want to go first, BioShock? Sims.
I think I want number 1 is the best, but Infinite is good. Is good as well.
I'll go 1. We can do 1. I'm completely
that
fine
it?
with that.
We're choosing one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sims?
There's just something about the first time you introduce that game. You can't be the first time you play BioShock to then play like 2 and 3 never had the same feeling.
No gods or kings, only man. We're choosing the first one. I love that quote.
That was great
Okay.
that you brought up that quote right there.
Thank you. That's one of my favorite quotes ever. We're doing this. No. Okay, let's make Connor sweat maybe a little bit.
Please don't.
Mass
I just
Effect 1
did.
or Mass Effect 2?
Oh, I fucking hate you.
I've only
I
played
gotta do that.
I've only played 2, and it was probably one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had in my life.
Yeah,
This will be easy then. I mean, we can go with 2. 2 is the better game. I love BioShock 1.
I remember just getting it.
Mass Effect.
I remember getting Mass Effect 2. I just thought, I'd try this game. I heard it's a big deal, and I played it 12 hours a day for 4 days straight. Probably even longer.
Yeah.
15 hours a day, 2 days straight.
So good.
4 days, yeah. I used to get up, go to work, I had a 2-hour cleaning job, get back, bowl of cereal, Mass Effect all day.
No milk.
Sure.
Stop it. You're a monster. So are we choosing 2?
Real
Is
quick,
that it?
like Mass Effect 1, I played like the summer before Mass Effect 2 came out. It was like, I know Mass Effect 2 came out in like a January, so I played it like 6 months before that or whatever. And it literally carried me through like that whole summer. Like, I was just off the whole summer sitting
Yeah,
out.
Mass Effect 2 had a really weird release date. It
Yeah.
really did.
But what was so cool about that is when I heard that like your saves are going to carry over. So I just remember seeing gameplay in Mass Effect. Oh, this looks cool as fuck. I should probably play the first one. And I played it for like that whole summer, and I beat it at like the end of that. So I just had like a really great experience with that game.
Mass
But yeah,
Effect.
2's the better game.
I mean, shout out to 1 and 1 story. 1 has a really good story.
Amazing story. Greatest, one of my favorite villains of all time. Saren.
Saren's
Fucking
great.
amazing. Yeah.
Fingers crossed
So we're choosing Mass Effect.
for the remake
2.
trilogy. I'd happily play all 3 of them in a row.
Yeah, I would love to.
26th of January, 2010.
Yeah. It was a weird release date. So Call of Duty
going with
Modern
2.
Warfare. What?
Oh, yeah. No, I was just saying
Yeah.
we're going with Mass Effect 2.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got you. Mass Effect 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
2.
This is hard because I definitely prefer the multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I like the campaign much more in 1.
Interesting. I might be literally the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I think 1 has a better multiplayer and 2 has a better story.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the opposite. 2 with those shotguns. I forget what they were called. The double barrel ones.
Yes, it was the Model 1887.
Yeah, they were so
you get
cheap, but it was so fun.
Yeah, you go akimbo, and you just in the beginning of the game, it was unbeatable. You just run around, you sprint, and you just pull both the triggers.
It was the first one to aim.
Pretty much, you pull the trigger, you win. Sims, have you played either one of these?
I played 1 and 2's campaign. 2's campaign is the one with the famous sniper mission.
No, that was 1.
No, that was 1. Yeah.
Really?
2 is.
You talking about the sniper
no
mission
Russian.
in the snow, or
No, the one with
No Russia, where it slows down time when you hit the target? I don't know how else to
No
describe it.
No Russian is the famous airport scene.
Yeah, it's
that
the
was in
airport
2.
scene.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Ghost? Not Ghost. Price.
Ghost is in 1.
Yeah, no, the one
or
where
2.
you with Price and you have to go through the that field when all them tanks are going up.
Yeah, you play as Captain Price. He's not a captain at that point, and then your captain, McMillan or something like that.
Don't you play as Soap?
No, in 1 you play as Price in that section.
So which one is it? The one where you're in the field and you're crouching?
Yeah, you're like crawling through the tanks and the people. You play as Price in that section.
So which one is that, 1 or 2?
That was the first Modern Warfare.
I think the first one then.
Yeah, I'd go the first one as well. I really like the airport thing at the end of 1. It's like that special level. It's like a time trial.
Yeah, yes. The Mile High Club. Mile High Club.
You have to go through that.
In that game like a year ago.
Shout out to the nuke scene in 1.
Oh yeah, great scene.
Yeah, when you're in the helicopter and you die as that character.
Yeah, I
Really
think there's just more like iconic moments in 1.
I think 2 has a better story, personally. I think 2 has really good characters. I love what was it, Captain Shepard or whatever that guy's name was?
Shepard.
The villain. Yeah, I think that was his name, Shepard.
Yeah, when he shoots
in 2. All right, so
Great
you guys are
games,
choosing 1.
Vincent Pella again.
Yeah, for both. There you go. Bringing up Vince Sampella. He did both of these.
He did, yeah.
So you're choosing the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one we're going to do Mario Kart Double Dash or Mario Kart 8.
This is easy. 8.
8. Easy.
Sims, you said 8 too?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's 8.
Wow. There wasn't even a debate. You guys are weird.
Mario Kart 8, the second best Mario Kart, right behind Mario Kart DS.
Oh god.
Yeah, of course. you already know.
Right.
I don't even have to tell you. Okay, that was really easy. I expected a little bit more friction from that one. Okay. Portal 1 or Portal 2?
Ooh.
Some people like the simplicity of Portal 1, but Portal 2, is I think funnier.
I
gotta go 2 because 2 adds the whole story. Like, I mean, there's story beats in the first one, but it's not like a full-on story. Whereas
it expands
2,
for sure.
Yeah, 2 is like a full-on campaign, full story.
Sims,
and the characters are fucking amazing.
I have no affiliation with Portal, so I'm gonna say Portal 1.
Ooh. Okay.
There's better puzzles in Portal 2 as well. When you add in like that
the goo.
Yeah, the goo shit, like that paint that you can jump off of, and like
there's multiple
fast
colors
and all
too.
that stuff. Yeah, they added
the
so
white
much.
One. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 2 built upon it so much and so well.
Do I need to veto this?
Kind of have to go 2.
Does Daniel need to come in?
He does.
You guys haven't used me yet.
Come on, Daniel.
Sure.
So was that, lad?
Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay.
Tell me Portal 2.
Yeah, it's not even.
Yeah, it's 2.
That was easy.
This is what I'm saying though with video game sequels, usually just being better. Like,
Well, no,
it gets a little
the-
off when you
like-
add in like the 2 to 3. Like a lot of times the third one will be worse, right?
Sure.
But when you
like,
do
Mass
1 to
Effect 3,
2,
I really like a lot, but-
majority of the time, I feel like 2's better.
I'm not trying to like. I could have went with. It depends on the direction you want to go because Portal 1 is such a tight experience and it's perfect. Like Portal 2, the only downside to Portal 2 is I think it's too long. Like I think it could be a tighter experience. That's like the
Sure.
only downside. So this one here is going to be close to my heart. Okay, I don't know what you're gonna pick. We're gonna say Halo 3 or Halo 2.
That's tough.
It is.
I gotta go 3. 3 is just such like an iconic game for me. When I was in middle school, if you didn't have a 360 and you weren't playing Halo 3, no one fucking talked to you.
No, who are you?
Yeah, like you're fucking weird. Like you must be playing that. And there was a good like 3-year period where the friends just played that all the fucking time. So
Yeah.
everything about Halo 3 too, like the stuff it added from 2, the Forge mode, and
The theater
you
mode.
know, yeah, the theater mode, all that was so great.
Theater
Like,
mode was
making
so
your own
cool.
maps was so fun.
Yeah.
This is where I played Griffball too, which I love. I
Yes.
think that's what it was called.
All
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
Griffball was incredible. So yeah, I'd go 3. I will say the
Same.
campaign's better in 2 though.
Sims, what about you?
It's got to be 3, isn't it? It's the most iconic one. The box
Which one?
art, number 3.
3.
The
I mean,
box.
2 has an iconic box art with Chief on that rock with the
Yeah,
double
the SMGs.
SMGs. Come on.
No, they're both great.
What I will say before you guys make a complete decision, okay? Halo 2 introduced a lot of game modes that were all fan created, and I was a part of that. All the custom games people used to make, like SWAT, became an official game mode. Infection/zombies was a fan-made thing, it became an official mode. And that was all in Halo 2.
My problem with 2 is I just didn't have Xbox Live with the original Xbox. Yeah, I didn't have
okay.
internet, so it was just I played that campaign a shit ton.
I'm gonna say a downside to 3 before you pick. One more thing.
Sure.
That's the first game they introduced melee trading, where you can both kill each other with a melee.
Oh, right.
I hate that.
You don't
I
like
hate
that? Yeah. When you run
Nope.
at each other with a sword, you both die.
No, somebody needs to win, and not
Right.
have it just we both kill each other.
No, I can see that. But yeah, I'll go 3.
So you guys picking 3?
I'm 3.
Sims?
I'm definitely 3.
Okay, definitely. Wow.
Should have done 4
Hate
or
on
5.
my favorite game of all time. Man. Let's see here. Okay, this one's gonna be hard. Red Dead Redemption 1 or Red Dead Redemption 2?
Ooh, I gotta go 1.
I've got to go 2.
I just think 1
Interesting.
is
Interesting.
Connor's on
Yeah,
drugs.
This is
You're
my thing with 1. And I know we all love this game, but we all love 2 at least. I don't know
I
if
love
we haven't
both
talked about 1.
equally.
Yeah, I love both. I wouldn't say equally, but 1 is just more of the classic Rockstar, which I like.
Sure. Yeah, it is.
I think the story's a little bit better in 1. Oh,
No.
well, maybe not.
No, you're wrong.
The
You're wrong. It's
writing's
fine.
better in 2, but I think the overall story might be a little bit better in 1.
the worst thing is,
No.
It's just
you're
a
wrong.
tighter experience.
you're not even wrong. You're just stupid.
You're stupid.
All right, like
Get 'em.
what are
Get
you
'em.
saying?
Hey Sibs, you know what's funny? We have to agree here.
We're not going to agree.
You better-
We're all for
You
night.
better
You
convince
already
me
used
here.
a veto. You used the
I
veto
will-
on me already.
You're on
You have to agree.
right. So Red Dead 1 on
Make your argument.
old gen consoles. Red Dead 2, the visuals, the story, the character building, the
No, the visuals were great when Red Dead 1 came out.
It's a great point.
you're both stupid.
I'm
They were
the
great.
moderator here, okay?
I would say the characters are better in the first one almost.
No.
I don't know, Lenny. You guys remember him? Oh no, that was the 2, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh fuck, I'm fucking
Lenny
up
was
here.
in
So-
2.
Ah shit. Here's my thing with 2. Here's the problem with 2. The combat, not that great.
No man.
And Red Dead
It's
1
the-
felt
it's better than the first game. What are you
no,
talking
dude,
about?
Red Dead 1 felt way better at the time
No, it
than
didn't.
when Red Dead 2 came out compared to like other
Red Dead 2,
third-person
I
shooters.
don't understand this
Red Dead
complaint
2,
if Red Dead 2
the-
feels
the-
bad. It feels great.
It doesn't feel bad. It's fine. Like it's perfectly fine. But there's nothing like spectacular about the combat in Red Dead 2.
It's the same with 1. It does the same thing. You just can do more.
One
in
at the
second.
time though felt so good. Like I don't know. Well, one at the time just felt unique with like that horse combat and stuff and like slow down stuff. I don't know. Whereas I think Red Dead 2 doesn't really build on that and make like the combat feel anything different. Also, Red Dead 2 a little bit too slow. A little bit too slow. I know we all talked about how we like the slowness to it, and I do.
Yeah,
But it took a
there's way
little
more
bit too
immersion.
long sometimes. When
There's
I
way
gotta
more
go
immersion.
from town back to my camp, and it takes like 15 minutes or whatever the fuck each time.
That
And I had to
doesn't
do
take.
that like 30 times. It took
What do
like
you
10
across the
minutes
map
sometimes.
no,
you-
you're not.
It would
you're not-
take like 10 minutes sometimes.
You're not seeing the
not.
point, man. It's
Are
time.
you literally across the map every
I'm not
time?
saying it's a bad thing.
Oh.
Like I loved it. Okay, I loved it all. I don't
You
want
just-
to. I don't want anyone to think
It's-
I dislike Red
You're
Dead
not
2.
seeing what they
Just
want.
saying, it's a little annoying sometimes.
No, it's time to reflect. It's time to think about things. That's the reason why it takes so long. That's the reason why the horses
Right.
are so heavy. Because you're
Sure,
thinking.
but when I'm doing it for the 30th time,
You
it's like,
still
all
gotta
right, how much
start-
thinking do I need to do here?
You've got to think. You're thinking about all the bad things that you've done. What could I? What if I'd not gone down this path? What if? And it's just constant thinking and taking it all in, and then all of a sudden your thoughts are cancelled by, "Excuse me, mister, I found my horse. My horse is ran off, and I need you to help me." And
Right.
and
Or this guy got bit by a snake for like the 100th time.
Yeah, you gotta suck the venom out.
Here's my
Where-
thing. My favorite part of Red Dead 2 is the end, when the epilogue. Okay, I won't spoil it.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
the
great.
epilogue
And
is
that's when like the
absolutely
story's going, all the
phenomenal.
missions are all right next to each other and stuff. But the end of that game, it feels exactly like Red Dead Redemption 1. So that I go back to Red Dead Redemption 1 is just a better game.
No, but I'm not the one that
He's
does
not
this.
even you fucking
No.
idiot.
I
Where-
just disagree. I just think, like, trust me, I am with you. I don't even. Maybe I should talk a little so you guys can think and choose. I
I've already
think that the
chose.
first game is so good. No, you guys have to come to a conclusion because you can't. You used me once.
I
can't
will
do
go
it
with
again.
Red Dead 2 because I don't want to die on this hill. But I do think 2. Or no, not 1
Okay,
and 2. I
before-
will go with
before we
Sims
pick-
and go with 2.
Before we pick, I'm gonna throw this out too. Who is the better main character?
John Marston's the better main character.
No, not a
Yes.
chance.
Hold on, Sims. I'm on your side, Sims. Okay. Yes, John Marston is a better character. They make him a better character in 2 than more so in 1.
Definitely.
That's fair.
But in Arthur
Boom.
Morgan, oh my days.
They make John better. They make John better in 2.
I will agree
And
with
I guess
2
you have to play the
because
first
they
one
had
to-
the building a house son, and that scene is one of my favorite scenes ever.
By far the best
The
video
marriage- the
game
marriage.
scene ever.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
dude, that's
Made
the
me
best
cry.
video game
No,
song
It
ever.
made me cry.
Another thing, one of my favorite parts in Red Dead 2 is when the song starts playing when you get back from the island.
Yeah.
But that moment's just ripped straight out of Red Dead 1. Like they did the same thing when you're going back when you're coming back from Mexico in Red Dead 1.
No, my favorite song is the climbing the hill at the end of the American Venom.
Oh, that one's cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
we can
we're
go with
choosing
Red Dead
2?
2. Great game.
Okay.
You're still an idiot.
I knew that would be a spicy one.
That was controversial.
So we got one more. This one, I don't know how this is going to go. We got Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, or Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I chose the whole generation instead of like just saying gold.
Sure. I mean, yellow's the most iconic to me, so I'd kind of go with that. I just haven't played Gold and Silver.
Haven't played
in a
Gold and
very long
Silver.
time.
You haven't played Gold and Silver. You haven't played Gold and Silver.
No, I played them.
Oh right.
No, he said in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Like, literally
favorite gen
since they
is
came out.
personally, my favorite personally is 3rd gen, but I love these.
I've
first
only
2
played
gens
these
as
two
well.
gens and then Sword and Shield.
Interesting. You never played 3rd gen? Wow.
No, I never got past that.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, Pokemon's a little overrated.
Oh
But-
my god. What's he doing to
I
me?
mean, I mean, pretty much since 4th gen, everything has been bad in my
It
opinion.
doesn't even seem like fans like Sword and Shield, you know?
No, I'm a huge fan
I
of Pokemon. I
love
showed you.
Sword and Shield.
I was the only one here that had Pokemon in their top 5, right? Ever since Diamond and Pearl, all the games have been bad. I've liked things about some of those games, but everything after Diamond and Pearl has been bad. And that was like I was in middle school when that happened.
I do agree. I do agree. They dipped a bit after Diamond and Pearl. I
Like
don't think
Black and White is okay.
I
but
didn't.
then,
I didn't even finish Black
everything
and
after-
White.
Yeah, they're okay. Like that's
Yeah.
when the monsters really started being really bad.
Mm.
They had a
They start
garbage-
getting garbage bag monsters.
Yeah, they had a garbage bag and
I do
ice
like-
cream cone.
I do like the garbage one.
Here's a fucking candle.
Yeah,
Hey.
he's a pretty cool.
You leave the candle alone.
Here's a fucking
Chandelure
candle.
is pretty cool. Ghostfire.
My favorite in Sword and Shield was there was an oven. I'm like, all right.
Well, that's Rotom. Rotom's cool because you can turn him into multiple.
Yeah, he could turn into a fridge too.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
What else?
So, are we
It's-
choosing
it's
the OG?
No, we're not. We're
I'd
not
go
gonna.
yellow.
No, we're going gold and silver. Like
Is
by
that one
far
just
the better
better?
games. They're more badges, more story, better map, better
But
Pokemon.
the first one had better Pokemon than in the second.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think
Interesting.
Johto
Yellow.
made it.
Yellow also has the Pokemon.
I mean,
have
if you
Pikachu
said
following.
what's better, Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Silver
Gold.
or Gold, I don't. Yellow, yeah, it's a different game altogether. You start with Pikachu, you get 3 starters. You kind of just follow the story of the TV series.
Right.
I'll go for Pokemon Yellow or the OG Pokemon because obviously it started what this franchise is, and
Sure.
I can't be bothered to argue with Connor because I've lost all respect for him.
Oh, I won't argue on this one. If you want to go gold and silver,
Hold on.
we could
Yeah.
do that.
Do you?
No, I'll level
So
with
Connor-
you. You leveled me on Red Dead. I'll level with you on Pokemon. Pokemon
Sure.
Yellow.
I don't feel too strongly about this one.
I can chime in. I as much as I appreciate the first gen, and I do think the first gen probably has the best Pokemon. I think that Gold, Silver, and Crystal are better games.
Yeah.
So,
Pokemon.
which
Pokemon. The OG.
You know, Daniel's persuaded me. I'm going gold and silver, man.
Oh my god! I'm not changing my mind again.
Too late.
No,
You gotta go back.
if you are gonna play, if you were to ever play Pokemon Gold and Silver, play the Soul Silver Gold.
Yeah,
Heart
Heart
Gold.
Gold.
They're
Or Heart Gold
incredible.
and Gold Silver.
Like I think that's the best Pokemon game ever made. The remake.
Yeah, you get the first
What
gen
were the
and second
starters
gen.
in gold and silver?
The starters are
Totodile,
Typhlosion.
Chikorita, and Cyndaquil.
Okay, yeah.
No, yeah. You got Typhlosion was the fire one.
Yeah, Typhlosion, Feraligatr,
Got like the
it's
crocodile
and
water one.
Bayleaf. Not Bayleaf. It is Bayleaf, but there's another one.
I forget the final form. of that one.
Magnium or something.
So we're choosing second gen? Or are we choosing first?
I'll go second.
I will go second.
Sims?
Second.
Okay.
I feel like I got my own
Second
way a
gen.
couple of times, and I'm quite happy about it.
Well, it's a debate. That's what this is about. You have to kill a good game. I don't know. This game's it don't exist anymore.
Fucking
So
Red
that
Dead
was-
1.
That was this or that.
There's no. This is. I'm speechless. I don't want to say like. Red Dead 1.
What?
Red Dead
Red Dead 1 is
1
better.
better. No.
It's better.
This is gonna like these
Red
games
Dead
are
1
gonna.
had one of the Red Dead 1 has
You don't know
a
how
better-
many people would agree with me though on that.
Well, what I'm going to tell you is Red Dead 1 has the better scene, which is the final stand for John Marston. There's no scene in Red Dead 2 that even has a scene like that. But I'm still on Sim's side. I do think it's better. But that John Marston scene at the end, are you kidding me? I was prepared to kill all of them.
That realization when you're
I know. I wish it was.
when your Deadeye meter ran out and you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
I always
Yeah.
wondered with that scene, like, hey, how come I can't just go behind the barn and like take cover and then take them all out?
It wouldn't have mattered. There was like 50.
I would have killed them all for sure. At that point,
Yeah, we've killed
like
hundreds of
30
thousands of
guys. It's
people.
like, dude, I took this out in like the last mission. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's got a
Well,
point.
that was episode 14.
Episode 14.
Great episode.
Fantastic episode.
Yeah, this was a great episode.
Yes, got some excellent news this week. It's been a great week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So, like, subscribe, share it.
And
Tell your
tell
grandma.
your grandma.
Always, you have to.
We're
you have
making
to
Tell
share-
Your Grandma t-shirts. Be on the lookout for them.
It would be great, wouldn't it?
Share it with your grandma teacher. Sweet. Well, goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Good night, and stay safe.